Okay. Oh shit, my camera's not on. My bad. Okay. Hi. Hey everyone. Sorry I'm late. Of course, like right before I had to start, I had a ring light issue. Yeah. Why is it that ring lights? Okay, like so I have one that's tall, that's like, almost 6 feet tall, once it's all completely up. Why is it that to keep them up though, you have to turn it this way, turn it that way, turn it this way? That is the most idiotic design ever. And especially if you put the ring light behind something like a desk or whatever, like in a corner with all the wires and everything back there, because you're on this tripod or whatever, these long ass legs. So then you finally get it back there to where it's not all dangled up in the cords or whatever. And you have to sit there and keep trying to turn it to get it to stand back up. I don't even get me started. I'm already started. Sorry. It just, I was ready to lose my shit there for a minute. I mean, everything was going great. I was great. And then, hi, everyone who's here. Hey, McCallie. Let me go to live chat. Hey, Cheap Glass. Hey, Sally B. Hey, Mr. Black Wolf. Hey, Koi. Kentucky Girl. Ginger. Hey, Purple Dragon. Sunny D. How's everyone doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm sorry I'm late, though. Seriously. Yeah, like a mic's, well, I don't know. I've seen some mic stands so that aren't quite like this, but yeah, I think so. Like a lot of mic stands are like that, maybe. The ones I used to see, they had like the flat, heavy, round thing on the bottom, though. Like that would be way better for this. Seriously. Anyway, okay. So I spent the last few days here and there. I mean, it didn't take me that long to come to think of it, because everything's just right there. Just have to keep hitting the next button, until I see something that kind of depicts what it is I'm looking for. But I went through a bunch of files on my desktop, my laptop, which I didn't really have much of my laptop. I don't know why. One of my handheld devices, because they're all on the iCloud, and a couple of Google Drives. And I went into the archive Facebook group, but it's hard to go back and look at the pictures there, really. I mean, you can go back, but it takes forever. The farther back you go, the further it takes to keep bringing up more new ones. Like I still had like a year to get through when my computer just stopped moving, basically. And I was like, screw this. I don't, whatever. So I just searched the group, like using keywords and shit. So, and let me just take you all on a journey here. It's going to be a long stream. We're going to be visiting a lot of previous claims, freakouts, whatever it is you want to call it, but definitely accusations by Katie Joy against anyone who basically disagreed with her and made it known. Anyone who has spoken out in disagreement of her has found themselves at the focal point of any kind of accusation you can think of, whether it be trolling, hacking, harassing, stalking, whatever. If you had the audacity to disagree and to say so, then you were then public enemy number one for however long. Anyway, like it didn't matter what you did. Like you didn't have to go and like contact her like local police department and ask for like, a FOIA request or anything to even earn that title in her mind. All you had to do was just disagree. And it's strange how personally too that this is taken. And I can't help but to wonder if something is taken so personally like that, well then it has to be acted upon personally, right? I mean, it only stands to reason. But let me just show you what I mean here. Let me get this started here. All right, so we're going to start here. I already went through it. I know what order and everything I'm going to do this in, but so these screenshots I'm about to show you, this is going to start off. It's just going to show you how, like, sort of like in the beginning and then towards the end, how it's the same, but then we're going to go through everything. There's a lot to go through. Like there's a lot. And it's all screenshots. I'm not doing any videos or anything like that because I just, whatever. I feel like people are always playing videos. I'm always playing videos. And it makes sense too, but I feel like the screenshots, at least on my channel, they kind of get ignored. So we're going to visit the screenshots. So this is our first folder. And we're going to start here with the pride flag. This is one of her older, I think, was it Twitter? Or, so the morons are now posting my police report saying I lied about a hate crime being committed against me, which I never said. I said a cop told us that if people tamper with a flag, that it can be a hate crime. So now they are saying I lied because they are posting the police report all over the internet. Now, I didn't shoot. That's right. I have links that I'm going to be adding to the description. Because there's a lot of these screenshots where I'm not going to be providing much backstory. So I'm providing links to videos that provide all the backstory for you. And I have to add the link for the pride flag still. After the stream, I already have almost all the links, just this one I'm missing. Already penned out, I got to copy and paste it. So after the stream, I'll definitely put that up. So next screenshot. As a lot of you probably remember with the pride flag too, that's not exactly what happened, but these are the people that stalk me. I'm sure one of them called the cops on me. They try to contact my neighbors. They are all sick. To the subscriber that called the sheriff and requested a welfare check on me, the sheriff said that you live in Louisiana and don't know me. We assured him that my family is safe and we are okay. Please don't waste the time and resources of police by doing this. Thank you. Now, for those of you who may be lost, someone did call because Katie had the day before gone on a live stream saying how her neighbors were threatening to kill her. That's why someone called. She was crying and everything too when she said this. So yeah. They were here already. They said it's a hate crime to target anyone or a flag that represents the LGBTQ. I really can't believe this just, that's name of her stream. Apparently reporting on reality TV and sharing commentary on it equals my neighbors targeting us for 7 years because karma. Yes, they said if he's making threats related to a protected class of people, it's a terroristic threat. Now she's a victim of terrorism. He called the cops after he threatened us. The truth comes out. Our neighbor finally admitted he doesn't like us because we have a pride flag outside our house. So today, he not only was homophobic, but then threatened again to shoot our dogs and us. So this is a little bit later. This has to do with the Toddy Westbrook lawsuit, I believe. Tomorrow, I'm calling the police. FBI report was filed today in Minnesota, separate to the Washington investigation. And then she shares, I filed a report with the Minnesota FBI today. I'm calling the police tomorrow about being extorted. They're threatening to K me in these emails unless I give up recorded calls, emails that I don't have from Clark Swanson. Threatening to K someone unless they give you information like emails, recorded calls, or text messages is called extortion and coercion, and it's a federal crime. And then one here. This was part of the police report from when her neighbors called the cops the day that her neighbors allegedly threatened them and their dogs. This officer, though, did a really good thing. Like, he just summed it up so perfectly and just like kind of shoved it in her face. I want to read this. He says, Catherine stated she tries, but stated that last night after the deputies left, other neighbors who were not involved went running around telling other neighbors whom also were not involved about the incident. Catherine stated that they were making it look like they are the problem. Catherine wanted to know what could be done about that. I advised there's freedom of speech and that could not prevent other people from talking about her to others. I advised there is a difference between talking about someone and threatening them or their property. I asked if that was similar to posting on social media about the incident to others who were also not involved. Like, I then advised that even though they do not get along with the neighbors, there was a good chance some of them check on her social media postings. So I love how he did that. He said, you know, much like you are pissed off that you think neighbors are running around to other neighbors to say that you're the problem, they're probably upset when they likely check on your socials and see you dragging them all under the bus to the entire public. You know, maybe it's kind of like that. Wait. that I wonder what that felt like for her. I wonder. Okay, so next one, we're going to start here in the creators one. So we're just going to pull up. We're going to start with Steve. Okay, there's a long list of creators, but Steve, I want to start with because he was like the first. He was, and so much of I think her pattern began with the whole Steve shit. So we're going to start there. And we're going to save those 3 to end. So we're going to start here. Okay. Sherelle is apparently going to interview Steve. I had no idea why she slipped. I haven't done anything to her. He's going on her channel to talk about me. She blocked me via text the other day. I wouldn't be surprised if he created fake shit to get her mad at me. I will not be responding because nothing he will say will be remotely true. He's trying to get reactions and scrub subs from Sherelle. This has to do with the screenshots that we won't mention, but I just want to point out here how at the bottom here, someone said how the family was grieving off of their loss and everything. And so Katie says, what about what their lies put me through? Have you ever once thought about how a coordinated effort to destroy my career affected me? You're right. People should have been thinking about how upset you were about possibly losing a career that doesn't really exist on social media. And they should have just gotten over the whole grieving of a small child of a family member who passed away. They're bad. But no, I'm so sure that those screenshots were totally faked, right? Oh, I just read it. Wait a minute, did I skip? I skipped one. Okay, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. All right. July 27th, 2022. LB, aka Leslie Bass, on her YouTube channel acknowledges that her moderator Sherry reported me to the building inspector in my town for my deck, a deck that has nothing wrong with it. Instead of telling her mods or chat not to go real life, Leslie laughs and says that I go real life on people all the time. I've never, in the entirety of ever knowing of this woman, reported her to any agency, contacted any law enforcement, filed any reports, or done anything to go real life on Leslie. I've not filed reports, reported, or contacted any agencies to report crimes regarding any story that I cover. First of all, this deck, it wasn't a crime. It would have been an ordinance or some shit. I mean, oh my. I have reported real life harassment that has happened to me. I had to work with the FBI related to harassment created by YouTubers. I had to work with the FBI related to a convicted felon's harassment of me. I do not condone anyone going real life. I specifically direct my audience not to report anyone over internet claims or videos. I report on reality TV, influencers, and fraud on YouTube. That I do. So you admit that you do fraud. Okay. That's how that sentence reads us. And I report on reality TV, comma, influencers and fraud on YouTube, comma, that I do. That sounds like that you do influencing and fraud. She's a writer, which means pulling court records. If that means I'm going real life, well, I don't know how else to report. Reporting factually from court, which means pulling court records. If that means I'm going real life, what do you mean if? Well, I don't know. Okay. Reporting factually from court records is the responsible way to report versus creating conspiracy theories and assumptions online. No, it's not. Because, I mean, well, you just stuck to like convictions or something, possibly. But you don't. You'll take any fucking filing. Doesn't matter if it's ongoing, closed, if it saw it through to the end or whatever. 8389. Okay. I don't know who did what to what. I told Leslie, there's a lot of Leslie in here because they kind of overlapped. I told Leslie that if she continued to be involved with specific people and continued down a road, it would lead to her channel blowing up. If you were involved in activities to expose or destroy someone, you can't really be a victim. I love that she admits that. I do. So Katie can't really be a victim. Leslie Bass, or I'm just going to say LB, you need to apologize for what you did. You accused me of shutting your channel down, which was a lie. You allowed Steve to host a fundraiser with my name in the title. You ripped off the community and damaged my reputation. Stop hiding. Want to know who created the SS, the screenshot? Look no further than Matt Baer. He always told me, quote, no one can control the internet better than me. He suggested we make up. I think that meant we as in me and Leslie. The next day, they come out after I expose him for sending nudes to my subs and asking my mod for $2,000. Your mods get money like that? All stories come full circle. Brittany Smith withheld information from Unirock and me. Over time, we learned about her involvement in the troll group and her interference with my sources and content. We now know she was the force that drove my moderators for my channel. Yeah. Wait, is this, I wonder if maybe I put some of these in the wrong one. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll take. Yeah, okay. Matt Baer reached out to me to purposely discredit me. He wanted to prove to Amber that he was loyal. He lied about so many things. Part of me wonders if Amber Portwood sent him to my channel to do her dirty work. This is crazy. She even now with a channel her size, no one's sitting around scheming like this about her. Like, they're just not, let alone Amber Portwood, let alone when she was a tiny channel she was at the time. Part of me wonders if Amber Portwood sent him to my channel to do her dirty work. Okay. Sorry, Quality. You don't get to apologize, admit to hacking me, and threaten me to remain silent or you will hack me more, and then call me manipulative. You did this to me with Steve, Cheshire, Leslie, and others. Game, set, and match. Really? Because if that's true, it sounds like the game, set, and match was on you, boo. But it's not true. But either way, it's like you're going to go through a list of all these ways that people like did you wrong, and then you're going to act like you won. Okay. Just watched Unirock's The Truth About Non Sequitur. If you want to understand the origin of the bully campaign against me and who led the charge, it will give you great insight. Steve promised Leslie fame and subs, which is why she joined him. Hey, Karma. Why is this in Steve's phone? Oh, okay. Hey, are your husband and kids proud of you for abusing and taunting public figures? Would the nursing board approve of this kind of behavior? It's so weird to see a mom that is seemingly a good mom and wife act so ugly. But your husband exposed you by using his real name. Is that it? This is a newer one. This was on a video she posted in February, and this is crazy. Like, so this comment is what started. Someone says, this is an obsession. There has got to be some kind of legal recourse you can take. I do wonder if they were working for one of the religious cults you reported on. That's all that this person says. Ask no questions. Here's what Katie comes back with. Steve is not affiliated with any religion. Some of the women that he gets involved with are either current or former members of various fundamentalist groups. I've noticed that because I tend to be more politically and socially liberal, many of these women are more conservative in their views. This does not mean that my conservative followers are like these women, only that these women all tend to be more on the conservative spectrum. I think a lot of their dislike of me relates to my views on social issues, along with the fact that I am atheist, which is strange because Steve claims to be agnostic. Steve is very socially conservative. One of the primary reasons I blocked him in 2019 before he even started going after me was due to his transphobic rhetoric and dead naming of various trans women in the community. He even went as far as to post pre-transition images along with dead naming. Because I valued these women, I blocked him, and many others did too. His business partner, Kyle, was a gay man. Kyle was a really nice guy, but was also dealing with substance abuse issues. He would have periods of complete sobriety, but toward the end of their time together, Kyle had relapsed. This made him become very unreliable. He also lied to a lot of us about what was going on behind the scenes. He left YouTube and hasn't been back. Steve got the channel back through a lawsuit. I haven't spoken to Kyle or any of the other co-hosts or guests in years. I haven't spoken to Steve since September 2019, exchange via email, either email or DM. I can't remember which. But it was the last time I had any contact with Steve. Dude, like, that's just crazy. No one asked you for any of this. No one cared. Like that, it just, is that not crazy? That's fucking crazy. And this one. My attorney and I are working to determine who sent the fake text messages. I reached out to LB to let her know what has been going on behind the scenes. I'm sickened anyone would use a vendetta against me to harm her. I believe I know who created the messages. Stay tuned. I want to make something abundantly clear. I apologize for what I said to Steve. I, however, do not believe that statement warranted the harassment, name-calling, and bullying I received. Please remember, we are humans behind these screen names. I think I missed one. Did I miss one? Yes, I did. Look how easy it is to create fake screenshots. Oh, so this was like back in 2019, too. So for at least 5 years, Katie has known exactly how to make fake screenshots. In fact, it's been incredibly easy for her to do. Good to know. Good to know. All right. All right, this one here. This is, I spoke to Steve and asked for permission to read this because this man is sadly no longer with us. He was known as Bool, B-O-O-L, Boolinator online. This is a post he had made to Katie back in 2019 regarding this drama. He says, I am genuinely concerned about the messages being sent back and forth here. I lost a child 15 years ago, and I had enough bad stuff happen in real life then. I can honestly say Steve McCrae did not release this. He is pointing it out because it fits the trend of what Katie has been doing. If it's false, that's a horrible tactic for someone to use to add tension to an already bad situation. The reason why what he said carried so much weight is because he was the only witness to the interaction between Katie and Steve before streams. So and this is the time where Katie says that Steve did all of his harassing or whatever. So, and he knew that this was a lie. He knew it was bullshit. So this is why what he has had to say had a lot of merit. Katie, I am quite disappointed in your part in all this. You were wrong. Please take some responsibility for what you have said and done. I have seen the apology video you made, and even though it's more about saving face than taking responsibility, you did admit that what you said was wrong. It's simply too bad that you didn't listen to anyone but Kyle when this all went down. You mentioned me in that video and how you were upset over our friendship. If you were that upset and it meant that much to you, why didn't you listen to me back in July when I pointed out that you were in error in your assertions about the non sequitur show? I was there along with 3 other people besides Kyle. Do you think I would lie for Steve? Didn't it seem weird to you then that 2 out of the 3 people from the channel were saying one thing and Kyle was saying something completely different? Instead, you forced your apology video to be removed from Steve McCrae's channel while simultaneously removing it from yours. Then you went right back to spreading the same false information again. Additionally, you seem to be editing history, deleting comments about people who disagree with you. Guess what? You cannot delete this one. I was there. I know the truth about it, but you never even bothered to ask me about it. You were more concerned with how your relationship with Kyle would affect our friendship, apparently with no regard for the truth or confirmation of it. You could end this in an instant by making a sincere apology and accepting the real-world consequences of your actions, which at this point does include defamation per se. I'm not a lawyer, but I can read. I can read what constitutes a crime and don't need a lawyer to tell me when one is being committed right in front of my face. You disappoint and disgust me with your dissembling. So yeah. And on a live stream, Steve directed his followers to attack, harass, and go after me. According to my editor about a parody account, this is not parody because it's being used as a means to harass and defame me. They stole my logo illegally. Just watched you. Oh, did I read that already? No. I think I did read that. Oh, just watch Unirocks, the truth about an unset. Yeah, I did read that. He brainwashed her and planted mods and trolls in her chats that fueled her distrust of me. I told her all of this, but she didn't believe me. In fact, it's why our friendship ended. He had brainwashed her over months that she couldn't see the truth. Damn, Leslie. There you go with your jabs, talking to people about drinking an Adderall. FYI, I don't get drunk. I mean, you are blinded by Steve. You're so blinded by Steve. He's mad at me because he can't get to Kyle. Kyle is who he wants. I'm just the target because Kyle left YouTube. I don't even know who Nick's out. All Nick does is follow what Steve says and doesn't intervene. They attack and spread vicious lies about me, posting my son's issues and accusing me of fraud. We're going to touch on that too in just a minute, right after this folder gets wrapped up. $113. You have to remember, Steve capitalized on the hate I got from Teen Mom fans and bloggers about the Amber Portwood audio. A lot of people were either mad I leaked it or jealous they didn't get the scoop. Never once deleted my YouTube. I got hacked on my Twitter by Steve's trolls. You're going to see that too. She gets hacked a fucking lot, it seems. Okay. This here, I think I might have made these notes. It was a while ago. But it says, the two of you bullied my son by dissecting his illnesses and accusing me of lying. Like, yo, that's not bullying. And certainly not bullying your son. My child is ill. He's fought damn hard to survive. He's nearly died, gone through multiple brain surgeries and open heart surgery. You both accused me of faking it, which takes away the fight my boy has gone through to survive. You diminished his disability by insinuating he looked healthy. Why is that bad? Why is it bad to point out that a kid looks healthy? Like, no one's saying that he is. He's just saying, well, he doesn't look sick. Why is that a bad thing? It's crazy. You can say whatever you want about me. Well, then why would you want to sue him? Why did you want to sue him? LB, you lost your way attacking my son. Rather than apologizing for terrorizing my son and defaming me, you both run. You two are cowards. Steve, you say people get, why would you hashtag just his first name? Like, there's a lot of Steves. You say people get to be done when they want the discussion to be over. I asked you to stop months ago. I told you the screenshots were fake. You laughed at me. You don't get to walk away and pretend you are the victim. Both of you victimized me and my son. Take responsibility. Okay. These are interesting. So here are little chat comments. So like screenshots were taken, the rest was blacked out. Just hers are highlighted. Most of them involve her son. She's talking about her son, no one else. I'm in bed right now with the little guy they used for a profit. And I think she was in a live stream for Unirock maybe, and Unirock's mods were kind of getting on her case, like saying, stop talking about kids, even your own kid, but we don't talk about kids here. She goes, I can talk about my son. They said my buddy didn't have brain surgery, doubted his heart surgery. My audio's down. I can't hear anything because my son is sleeping next to me. Someone says, please, no bringing up children or others' children in chat, please. Said he didn't look like he needed a feeding tube. Someone else says, leave your kid out of it. She says, I'm talking about my son. It says walking, but I know she meant talking. Then she says, I can talk about my son. I was commenting because it was a topic Steve used to harass me. Here's some more. This is from when a Twitter Space or Periscope, whatever the hell the thing was called. Sorry. My back killing me, so I just want to take a couple Tylenol. This isn't hate, but Leslie's. Oh wait, that's not her. I told her not to live stream the shows. I told her a million times that her subs were trolls and were infecting her. Okay. And she says about Uni, he said a lot of shit about me. Leslie plays on people's emotions. I still don't fully trust him, meaning Unirock. Then she says, but I told him I respect his criticism of him. I think that that's supposed to be his criticism of me. But I told him I respect his criticism of me because I don't think everyone has to like me. I believe in forgiveness. Uni promised he would make this right. This is kind of set a theme too for Uni. Like, I wonder how hard Uni worked to make things right with her, because it's something that gets brought up more than once. You know, Uni promised he would make this right. I have a couple more here. It says, sup. She doesn't have the work ethic to build this without fraud. Minimizing what she said. Okay. She's lost it. She's literally screaming about bullshit that I didn't do. It is 100% abuse. She listens to subs too much. She's so blinded by jealousy. I know. She was screaming at me. I think it was about Leslie or LB there. Anyone still subscribed to Non Sequiturs should probably unsubscribe, because Steve apparently gets it back, and he doesn't deserve a platform with 20K plus subs to use to harass and target people like me. People like you. No, I'm sorry. All right, I'm not sorry. I don't take that back. But I did forget what number I left off at. Okay. There we go. Last post. This is how it started. Steve McCrae used his secret troll group to target Sherelle and blow up her comments. He was begging her for an interview that day, and there were hundreds of messages and emails to Sherelle declaring how terrible I am. This is how Steve McCrae starts. I want to tell you, it will only be a matter of time before he flips on Sherelle and unleashes his trolls on her. He did it to Unirock, LB, Nate Brody, Kyle Curtis, Scientist Mel, Laura, Demi, and so many more. He does this to infect the channel, grab subs through sympathy, grab cash, and move on. This behavior shouldn't be acceptable on YouTube. There shouldn't be so many creators harassed by one person. Word. It's not okay. YouTube does nothing to stop it. These are my opinions. It's my opinions. All right. Many of you, okay. I don't want to read this whole thing because it's long, but well, I did not watch the video. I've heard about it to an exhausting extent, meaning that everyone else and their mother has watched the video and told me all about it, but I won't watch it. Anyway. Please note, much of what she stated is not accurate. I've been transparent with all of you about my life and my work. My parenting and family should not become a target of another creator because they don't like me. I have never once spoken about their parenting or family. In fact, I wish only the best for her. I am absolutely okay with the creator being upset with me. The end of friendships is not easy for people. Many of us, including me, act out of emotion. I hope that she will take her energy to put out amazing content. I believe she has an amazing sense of humor and can do really well. I truly want the best for her. Many of you say, why do you receive so much hate? This is a natural part of a growing YouTube channel. The larger the creator becomes, the more people will not like me. My channel has been a place for so many of you to escape and have fun. This will continue, and I will bring you content to enjoy. Others of you will say that I am gossiping and targeting others on my channel. This is not true. I speak about trending topics in the same way other media outlets do, such as Hollywood Life, TMZ, Radar Online, The Ashley, etc. I always do my best to be fair. How many defamation suits have they faced? I wonder. I always do my best to be fair and present all sides. Additionally, I always remind my subscribers to be kind to the people I cover, never harass them. Moving forward, you will not see videos about other creators on my channel that relate to my personal relationships with them. My channel is not about my personal life, but about the amazing stories we talk about here every day. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Then to LB. You did bully me because of your video. People contacted me and told me I should lose my child. CPS should take Vaughn. I should lose my channel and I should die. Keep going, though. Just like the terrible lies you spread about me. Interesting that you are now the victim here. And then these here I saved to the end. All right. These are comments that she had on a stream of hers that, well, I think we've all pretty much thought these. Someone says, if your comment disappears, YouTube is flagging it for containing words they don't like. I think that's a moderator of hers. Yet you don't want people to cancel you, and you are all about canceling all kinds of people. Clickbait cash grab. Katie, disconcerting isn't even a word. Don't use it anymore. Who are you all the sudden, Katie? God? I can't see that. You sure use your kid to justify a lot of your ridiculous judgments. Mm-hmm. It's sad that you're on YouTube and using him for publicity. Her moderator says, "And hey, people, YouTube bots are picking up words they don't like." Katie says, or no, I'm sorry. One of her viewers says, "Unsubbing since you're deleting my comments with any comments with a different view because you're psychic." I think you're taking this too far, but that's just me. I need to watch the Jenna video. Why do people donate? LOL. This lady makes money just bashing and gossiping about people. LOL. She has the easiest job ever. Don't have to be creative or be original at all. I unsubscribed because you are not objective at all. My question is, who do you think you are to make him accountable or even persecute him like you are doing? Who gave you that power? You said you were against cancel culture, but are trying to cancel him. So I'm confused. Wow, Katie could tell you to jump off. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wow, Katie could tell you to jump off a bridge, and a lot of you would. Wow. I really, really hope people start looking into you and try canceling you. This cancel culture is ridiculous. People make mistakes. Everyone is human, last I checked. I have unsubscribed this unless this useless, idiotic drama. You don't believe anyone. You are boring. Ew, Repzilla. Okay. And here, this was one of her more recent ones. How many years has it been? They need to move on. Their efforts are clearly futile. In September 2019, I refused to apologize to a man that said something to me that I felt was offensive and made me uncomfortable. He wanted me to retract my comments about him. I refused. I would not apologize to him for words he said to me. It's been since then, 4 years and 1 month. And lastly, Cheshire, instead of blindly following Steve McCrae, how about consider this the impact your words have on families like mine? From December 2017 to August 2018, my son had 3 brain surgeries, a brain bleed, and open heart surgery, none of which can be faked. Wake up. You are on stream talking about a 7-year-old boy that has multiple life-threatening conditions and neurological disabilities. You are targeting a child with a disability. Do you not see how sick that is? Continually attacking my child's illness will be the downfall of the creator stooping to these levels. Discussions surrounding his eligibility for a wish trip, really? We didn't even use Make-A-Wish. I wouldn't wish what my son has been through on anyone. Shame on all of you. Okay, now, the next folder, it's all about her son. It is. But I want to just point out that none of the words I will be reading will be mine. They will all be her words. Only her words, nobody else's. So. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, my bad. I forgot there's folders in there. Okay. So we're going to go to this. All right. And I did redact things that I had to redact. So there's that. Remember, this was from when her son had to be rushed to the hospital for something to do with his shunt or I don't know. I will be away from my computer and my social media for the remainder of the day. We are dealing with a medical emergency for my son. If you reach out via DM, no, I will not be responding. Like, why would you even have to stop and say anything? Just fucking go, you know? Anyway, I am stuck at the hospital with my son. I'm stuck at the hospital with my son. But I'm so glad to hear that Derek Chauvin's charges have been upgraded to second-degree murder. And the officers were charged with aiding and abetting. The frustrating reality of being in between regular insurance and not approved for COBRA yet, and having over $2,000 in prescriptions still for my son, with his secondary insurance refusing to pay because the system says we still have primary insurance and won't be updated until Monday. So you had to wait 2 days. Okay. Like, I get it. It's a pain in the ass, especially for your kid and everything. I totally get that. But I don't know. I don't see that to be a reason to go sad fishing, because you only have to wait 2 days, you know? That's all. Anyways, so here's some examples of her using her kid as a shield. Did that one get up there? Yeah, it did. Okay. Oh, one more thing. You never should have accused me of abuse or talked about my parenting on your channel about LB. You saw photos of V coming out of open heart surgery and knew he was really sick. Like, she didn't even talk about it. Like, then this is in one of her chats, I believe. I was hyperventilating, reading stuff, realizing they were using my child for a narrative. Oh, someone says, so not okay to go after a kid. She says, my child was abused by Steve because Steve said he looks healthy. So he was abused, I guess. I don't know. Okay. These are screenshots that have to do with COVID, because there's so many people are out to get Katie. I mean, even COVID was out to get her, like, long before anyone even knew what COVID was. Like, well, no, we knew what it was, but long before it made its way to the States, it got to Katie first. It did. Wait, did I do the right number? It's 2. Yeah, okay. Oh, no, wait, this one's before that. Okay. Because you do is why your army attacked me, called CPS, told me I should lose my son. People unsubscribed and said, you are sick and should lose your child. No, that's not true. They took it down because she broke the rules. Because of that video, I was harassed and told I should lose my son. People tried to get my address to call CPS. I got death threats. Back in 2019, she was getting the death threats. You did bully me because of your video. Oh, I already read that. No, because of your video, people contacted me and told me I should lose my child. CPS should take me on. I should lose my channel and I should die. Keep going, though. 6 hours of defending yourself while you threw my parenting, mental health, drinking, and son's health under the bus. Oh, keep trying. You broke the rules. Okay. I never went after anyone's child. Yes, they claim my son is healthy because he doesn't look medically fragile. I think it's pretty awful for you to host someone that has been targeting and harassing me for months. Oh, would this be she was trying to ruin a collaboration between LB and this drunken peasants? That's what it sounds like to me. A man, oh no, maybe Steve. Okay. A man that has used my child to settle a vendetta. A man that repeatedly lies about me for personal gain. Shame on you. Now they are gonna prove a GoFundMe set up while my son was in the PICU was used to buy a house 9 months later. He almost died. The money covered his hospital bill and mortgage. I had been out of work for 7 months. The money was gone before we ever purchased the house. Okay, now we're on the COVID. I spent almost 2 hours driving around looking for wipes. I found 30 counts Lysol wipes at my 4th location. I did not find any cleaning agent yet or whatever. This is ridiculous. As a mom of a sick kiddo, I'm infuriated. We don't typically use abrasive cleaners. Okay. All right, this one. When my son became ill in January, he had shortness of breath, a terrible cough, runny nose, fever, and fatigue. Why isn't it going over? We were convinced he had the flu. He tested negative. However, the illness persisted for weeks. He required steroids, nebulizer treatments, and missed almost 3 weeks from school. At the time, our pediatrician said that there was this very bizarre respiratory infection going around, but it wasn't testing positive for any common viruses. We were left stumped. I also caught the virus. It was horrible. I was so sick. I can tell you the illness was so bad. We had very, very runny noses, horrible horrible coughs, body aches, chills, fevers, and my son needed round-the-clock nebulizers. That's round-the-clock steroid breathing treatments. That you need to be in a hospital if that's the case. Like, seriously. I swore it was influenza, but he tested negative. His fever was over 101. The biggest issue with having anxiety is watching the news about the coronavirus. Makes me physically feel sick. Then I worry about making my son sick. All irrational, but still a fear when your child is medically fragile. 2672. When my son became ill in January, he had shortness of breath, a terrible cough, runny nose, fever, and fatigue. I already read that one. Okay. Knowing that we lacked testing or even ideas about the virus until January, isn't it possible that this virus was already here and we didn't know the name? I'm not downplaying what we are seeing now. Something doesn't add up to me. I'll never forget how sick we were in January. Same with my son. His wheezing was terrible. My son's did. Yes, mine, and barely low-grade fever. This is exactly what happened to my son. He was miserable. His wheezing was so bad. I mean, like, he was grunting. He slept in bed with me. We managed him from home with the help of our nurses. Our coughs were awful. I kept my son awake at night. My son goes to hospitals in St. Paul. He had appointments in January. I think she's trying to like explain where it could have been picked up. He also goes to a public school. It's leading up to something. Give me 1 second. I know our lives are in quarantine anyway, regardless of this virus. We limit all community gatherings in winter due to my son's health. Right? His pediatrician said there was a weird respiratory infection going around, but not the flu. He was so sick. I slept with him at night while he coughed, choked, and struggled to breathe. We managed to keep him out of the hospital only because of our amazing nurses. We're worried it would become pneumonia in January. He was wheezing, coughing. Okay. 78. It lasted for weeks. The first reported death in Washington wasn't the first death. California confirms a death on February 6th. They state that death represents the circulation of the virus much earlier than thought. I'm still convinced my son and I had the virus in late January. And then this one. Oh, yes. We were at Regents Hospital, which is in the heart of St. Paul, an enormous Hmong Chinese population in that area, and many that work at the hospitals. So she's saying that because they were there, that these Chinese people must have had COVID because they're Chinese immigrants. So they must have brought COVID over here and got her son sick. Okay. And see, and I'm reading this because this really just depicts the victimhood that Katie has created for herself and had to deal with. And what she, I don't know if it's paranoia or just she's just vindictive or it's out of spite or what. Or maybe it is paranoia. She believes it. But she believes that all of this is happening because of everyone else who doesn't like her. Like, this is crazy. Now we're going to see her exploit it. My son is sterile. Therefore, is he less of a man? Like, why? Oh, mine were a brown cap, not a pill. My son is on Adderall, regular. The pills are blue, not pink. So now you know how much they are, how much he takes. I'll never understand the arrogance and hatred people have for individuals with disabilities. My neighbor has no idea what my son goes through, and he deserves to go to school, even if it costs more. Okay, yeah, I agree with all that, sure. I know, and I do earn money doing videos on YouTube, as tiny as it is. What's it say there? It adds to royalties I get from writing, which is helping our family save for my son's future lawsuits. Right, yesterday we went to the park and he went down the slides by himself. But I don't care about him. I also love when people assume I'm filming for an hour, that I somehow ignore my son or don't appreciate him. My entire life revolves around him. Cardiac kid with growth hormone deficiency, had heart surgery a year ago. He went through it. They did a less invasive surgery due to his fragile health. It failed. Trill's debating my son's surgery, stating he doesn't have a scar or these surgeries can't fail. Kyrie, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Decompression surgery is not a cure and can fail. Debating my child's illnesses makes you look like a desperate scumbag, not me. Since many of you have enjoyed some of the personal vlogs I've done, I'd love to know what are some topics you might be interested in me covering for vlogs. My only caveat is I want to limit what I share about my son to protect his privacy. Yeah, I'm going to go on a limb and say I'm more worried about my son not catching the virus than having sex 6 days a week. Okay. I'm not sure why your kid would be doing that 6 days a week, but that's crazy. Today, they confirmed a case of coronavirus in my county. There are only 14 cases in the state, and one happens to be in my county. I'm so torn about what to do for my medically fragile son. I don't know. My son is autistic, and her behavior reminds me of him. I'm not a professional. Don't diagnose people. I love that Peppa Pig includes a friend with a wheelchair. Mandy Mouse can't walk, but Peppa and her friends don't care. Mandy is included in everything. Children like my son see themselves in Mandy Mouse. Children who walk can see themselves in Mandy Mouse. What? What are you talking about? Okay. Someone says, clearing his plate from a meal or setting the table, anything that he can to have success and be helpful. Just saying. My son doesn't eat by mouth. He has a feeding tube. You are acting like I don't know how to parent. Come live in my house with a child with autism, medical issues, and cognitive disabilities. Then we'll talk. So it's always ironic when I get parenting advice that honestly isn't even part of our lives. He would never clear plates. His food goes through it too. He lays down to be fed. Then he rests after so he doesn't get a stomach ache. Why are you sharing this much shit? Like, seriously. I mean, it's not like crazy private information or whatever. I get that, but it's still fucking weird to be sharing that. I'm sorry, but it is. Parenting is not the same for me. My expectations are not the same for my child as they are for yours. Wow. It's crazy. Okay. Question. Will you leave me alone? You are already playing the victim. Question. If my son chokes the ties while you shove messy pizza in his face, which he can't eat nor digest, can we charge you with M? So, Adrian says, so you are saying he doesn't eat for pleasure and you are releasing him into my care? I politely decline. He can't eat pizza, and I never release him into your care. Oh, that's right. Adrian had made a comment about like giving the kids some pizza or whatever. And I never release him into your care. You just implied you wanted to. Kindly, no. No, I implied that if you took him, that you'd him, you'd murder. Okay. It's not crazy. The night Vaughn asked me for a dick. I don't even know what to make of that. I don't. It's crazy, though. Happy birthday to the happiest kid I know. 6 years of the most amazing and hardest years of our lives because of you. Love you. What? Oh, amazing. Sure. Yeah, I get that. And the hardest years of our lives because of you. Why would you? Oh my God. Why? I don't know. All right. And then the last one for this section. And this is more about, it's not so much about him, but it's kind of about Katie more than that, more than anything. I'm not neurotypical, though. And this is all about autism, by the way. I have a diagnosis that isn't neurotypical. My son is autistic. Have you missed that part? I know the struggles and the great rewards. Don't you think many of these incels are either mentally ill or autistic? I've noticed tons of autistic men in these forums. Oh, I am not. Trust me, I'm not. My son is autistic. It was something I noticed in the forums. Right. I would just wonder what kind of personality disorders or mental illness plays a role. My son is autistic, so by no means do I lump them in a box and say this is why. I just wonder how they come up with these bizarre social constructs. Yeah. Oh no. One of my final pieces I wrote about my son before I started at Patheos. Um, I agree. And there are more proven medications to help with issues that are comorbid with autism. Autism as a whole doesn't need medication, but comorbids like anxiety, ADHD, OCD, and mood dysregulation can be treated. We use Adderall for my son. Okay. Yeah, okay. I am sorry if you felt offended. I would never, ever take your experience from you. We live with autism every single day and embrace my child for his strengths and unique quirks. To which this person says, I think a lot of people are offended right now. Having traits and being autistic are three totally different things. Trust me. I wish I only had traits and wasn't autistic sometimes, but then I realized how smart I am and wouldn't change it for the world. To which she replies, my son is autistic. I get it. I'm sorry for offending you. I am. We love autism daily. He's the greatest kid in the world. I do. My son struggles with emotional regulation and social interactions. I definitely understand this straightforward / no filter. That's our life. I'm not neurotypical though. I have a diagnosis that isn't neurotypical. My son is autistic. Have you missed that part? My son's autism gives him amazing gifts. So amazing. I'm sorry if my comments were insensitive. Definitely not my intention. Did you hear what I said? My child is autistic. I'm ADHD with sensory issues. Same with my husband. I'm sorry for offending you, but it was taken out of context. This one here from 2017, she writes, and she wonders why people question. Today we found out Von does not have autism. We confirmed with his pediatrician and neurosurgeon, nurse practitioner, that Von's ACD said, what? I don't know, is actually untreated hydrocephalus. I was online at the Hydrocephalus Association and found a link that said learning disabilities in children with hydrocephalus. This is what I found. Okay, I'm not going through all that shit. This is literally everything. The answer. They're taking him off his gastroparesis, I don't know, whatever medication, because he doesn't really have it. Oh my God, this is insane. Which is awesome, I have to say. And I'm sorry to hear this. I had 3 brain surgeries and a teenager, and myself and family had PTSD. Oh, and a teenager and myself had family had PTSD from the whole thing. People's ignorance to medical things is astounding. People did not know why I had crippling fear every time I had a headache or anything. I'll be praying for you, your family, and your sweet boy. On the plus side, you and your family will be able to help and support others going through the same thing. She says, all 3 of us have been diagnosed with complex, ongoing traumatic anxiety stress from her son getting sick, which, don't get me wrong, I'm not doubting that. I'm not shading on that. I can't imagine what that must be like. Although I think the relief I felt from knowing that my son was going to be with us for a very long time still would help alleviate anything that I had, left over from that, I think. So yeah. Where's the last one there? Yep. Okay. So one more. When my son's life-threatening disease was misdiagnosed as autism. Okay. Moving on. Reporter Katie. It's so hard for her as a reporter. It really is. Okay, now we're going to go back to that one, I think. And okay. Oh, Allie. Oh, shit. Okay. I don't care who she talks to. I don't care if everyone likes her. I don't stop people from being nice to others. Subscribers and creators have a right to choose who to like without being warned. We aren't in high school. Allie's 40, I think. I'm 42. We are adults. Also, for those wondering, investigating is my hobby. So honestly, this is what I do in my downtime. I don't consider it work. I'm constantly reading. And I want to point something out here. This is from maybe like 2017, 2018, maybe. It's from a group that Katie and I used to be a member of back in the vaccine days there. And in fact, she was an admin for this group. She got kicked out of it not long after. But she has since shut down this Facebook account, so I can't pull up any of her posts anymore. But when people have tagged her, their comments are still there, and that's what this is. And someone here says to Catherine Paulson, "Why are you stalking someone's profile after they make one comment that is polite, giving correct information, and providing evidence to back my claim? My profile is locked down for a reason, and you doing this proves why it's so important to do so." Someone says, "Good to know. I like my information from reputable sources." And then they come back and say, "Catherine Paulson, why does this exchange feel hostile? Not sure what your comment is about. DM me if you would like info. This does not contribute to the discussion at hand." And yeah, it's just something that I came across, and I thought, I don't know, always fighting with someone, it seems. Okay. Of course, this right here, because it's a trusted source that found the Tinder, not me. The photo came to me anonymously, so her trusted source was anonymous. This was on a memorial service, or was it his son's funeral, or was it the memorial service from the military? I'm not sure which, but Cody Hare had just lost his son to self-harm. So what does Katie do? Katie posts a picture of his balding head and says, "Who wants to tell Cody it's time to shave the skull?" What the fuck? Like, I hear all these horrible things about Cody. For all I know, they're true. I don't give a shit. I don't care. But who's, like, even if you think that this man deserves it, you got to know how this makes you look. How are you okay with that? I mean, never mind him. It's not about him. It's about you. You being able to look yourself in the mirror. You being able to live with yourself. Who does this? This one here. People were coming at her. "Do not come at me and accuse me of checking my mental health." Yeah, don't accuse her of checking on her mental health. Fuck out of here with that. "I am reporting daily for you about a topic that includes incest, CSA, CA, that, forced labor, spiritual abuse, psychological fraud, and yeah, that. This is the story. I'm not going to apologize for covering the story or trying to provide researched content. I'm not going to apologize for learning all I can about these subjects. It's researched content. I'm not entertaining bullshit YouTubers that spend their lives falsely accusing people of crimes, pushing creators to literally committing S and defending them, those people. I don't care if Keemstar or every YouTuber in the world hates me. They're all trash to me. They're all garbage humans. I don't care about drama. Stop emailing or messaging what other people say about me. I don't care. If you want content from me, be respectful. If you don't like me, unfollow, unsubscribe. But focusing on petty ass drama is meaningless to me when I'm literally getting emails daily from victims of this cult. Women who have been essayed and beaten are reaching out daily. They need a voice, and their lives matter more to me than BS YouTube drama. This was part of a DM conversation she had with an admin for that Justice for Vaughn group, I think. But this comment here that she says in the middle always stood out to me. So I've been compiling tons of videos and evidence for a video. I dug up some court records. I have a ton of information to get through. I want to make a video or go live, but I'm not sure which is the best route for this story. There's so much. I know I will leave things out because there are years and years of this. I don't want to screw this up. I've never felt so nervous about a story because I really feel like a man's life is hanging in the balance. What? Someone had posted, a lot of people are asking us what the search for Brian Laundrie and Carlton Reserve is costing taxpayers, to which she replies, this is obscene. There are thousands of missing people that haven't been given a fraction of this funding. Brian is a person of interest in a homicide, but at some point, the taxpayers have a right to say enough is enough. Stop wasting our money. Here she came after someone for using audio. The audio is not authorized for your use. It says unauthorized use of the audio is prohibited. You are not authorized to use this audio. You are not authorized to use this audio. You are not authorized to use this audio. Remove this now. You do not have permission to use this audio. Take this down now. YouTube friends, how would you respond? Someone took my article and used it unauthorized on YouTube for 3 minutes, showing the entire article. I filed a copyright complaint. Now the channel wants me to rescind my copyright complaint. I'm sad to see some people I called friends following them. I'm not sure what we're talking about. But in this world of online, not everyone is who they seem, I guess. I will just keep moving forward and let the legal department handle it. I know part of my job is that I will upset people. I know I put myself out there, but impersonating and emailing my contacts is not okay. My editor said, this isn't transformative. That is not coming from me. It's coming from Patheos. And just because someone says it's parody doesn't mean it is. The image was stolen and doctored. They did not create the image from scratch and then transform it. Well, why would they have to if they created it from scratch? What the fuck? I've not defamed anyone. Lying to avoid a legal suit won't matter. Twitter isn't a court. Stop contacting my business associates, patrons, and affecting my business. What you are doing is illegal. Okay. Someone says, I'm practicing Catholic. I'm sorry you had those horrible experiences in your church and upbringing. No one should be treated that way. She says, I'm sorry you can practice the faith and ignore the atrocities the church has perpetrated on millions. That's not how you win subscribers. So here she was pissed off that MTV didn't fire Amber Portwood. Tweet the sponsors and demand they pull their ads. It's why it's necessary for people to keep pressing. Tweet the sponsors, demand they remove their ads. The more major outlets that cover it, the higher probability that MTV has to do something, and sponsors will react. Blogs covering this is great, but outlets from the mainstream media need to pick it up for it really to have an impact for MTV and sponsors. Get it going. I tweeted out a list of the sponsors. More sponsors that need to hear MTV condones and promotes domestic violence. Tag the sponsors of MTV and demand they not support domestic violence. Pull their ads from Team Mamoji. Seems awfully personal. At some point, you got to get tired of all this drama. The safety of your family and looking over your shoulders is not worth the money that you make on YouTube. My job is worth it. So it's worth the safety of her family, she's saying. Okay. Girl, I just shut the computer off. No one needs all this. It is eating you up. Don't let it. Nah, I'm documenting this so people can see it. What do you think that people are why do you think that people are so mean to you? I don't understand. A lot of influencers go through this, but I have a few very dedicated people that are fueling this, and it's sick. Does it have it? Yeah. I don't even know why I have that one in there. Okay. Saunders Kennedy, yeah. I put out a general phone number to the LASD based upon Saunders Kennedy's video. The number is listed on the website. If the investigation is suspicious circumstances, there may not even be a case file at this time with no victims. I wasn't lying. I was offering help. Based on this video, since this happened yesterday, I've received multiple messages from young adults who with really tough stories who do want to report. Rebzilla let me know he's going to call this morning. What's this? 531. Okay, so 602. DMCA. Oh, yeah. She says, Ben Miller, you don't own the IBLP story. I didn't reproduce your content. I covered this cult for 5 years. You don't own that IBLP story. Your behavior is why the victims of Gothard didn't participate in your series. You tried to take my channel down over my own research and commenting on your series. You could have had me for your series. You knew nothing about the IBLP when I spoke to you. I warned you about Jim Holt. You picked sources that had platforms. Victims of Gothard didn't want anything to do with you for a reason. Jane Doe 3 is the only victim featured. Other victims were not happy with her involvement. She was trying to pretty much cancel this documentary. And I don't understand why either, but how much she hates the W's. He thought that she would have been supportive of it regardless. This here. So Gabby Petito. This is very telling of what it's like to be on the receiving end of Katie, I think. So if you find yourself on the receiving end of Katie, this is what you can expect in approximately this time period. As of 9/17, which was 12 days. So Without a Crystal Ball has posted the following number of times about Gabby and or Brian. 221 tweets/retweets, 197 Instagram, 212 Facebook, 11 YouTube uploads or live streams, totaling 641 obsessive times she speculated on this horrific tragedy in only 12 days. Oh, here, Jim Holt's daughter. Oh, okay. I don't know if that one was from her. Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, Jim Holt's daughter didn't want her to out the things that she was telling her. So what does Katie do? She turns right around and shares the screenshots. I'm not going to read it, though. I don't want to do that. Here, though, this is how much she wanted to ruin this documentary on the Duggars. This is how far she was willing to go to get that to happen. Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets, was co-produced by multiple production companies, including Cinemart. The Cinemart is founded by Mike. Julia Nason is a producer in the company. Back in 2017, Michael left a management company he had worked with since 2005, TMT. While announcing his departure in the media, Michael stated that he would be forming his own company and taking with him a production in process with Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z on the murder of Trayvon Martin. Michael was sued by his former employer for breach of fiduciary duty and fraud in New York State court. TMT alleged that Michael had signed contracts with them for the production and that he orchestrated the production through their business emails and servers. They were seeking damages for the production, whatever. The case went to, okay. Michael and Julia were center stage with Harvey Weinstein throughout 2017 as they promoted the film along with Jay-Z. In October of 2017, Harvey was accused by over 80 women for harassment and assault. Harvey was found guilty of this in New York and California. He's currently serving 23 years in prison in New York. The Weinstein Company parted ways with Harvey in late 2017. Michael and Julia were both involved in a project with Weinstein at the time the allegations were made. Since the Cinemart has taken on productions of high-profile cases and viral media stories surrounding fraud cults, or since then, Harvey was a huge film producer in the industry. He is connected to many industry people, Just a strange connection to find today. What? Well, apparently other people thought so too, because she says, that's your opinion. I'm reporting what I found. No, he wasn't involved, but complicity related to SA is rampant, and it's not just in religion. Complicity to SA and complicity to physical aim. Someone says, she didn't say anything that big a deal. Okay, so yeah, that's it there. But back up here, wait, did I share these already? Okay. This was about Sophie. Someone said, exactly. She says, exactly what? Is that like burn? Sophie is missing. They do not know where she is, and Micah fled after a court ordered her to be returned over to a family friend. Reading comprehension would help you. This person says, on your live, you literally asked everyone to not do what is being done on this very thread. I just don't get it, ma'am. I truly don't. Had none of y'all learned anything? Katie says, no, I'm not. We are asking Elise to do the right thing. I didn't tell anyone to call the cops, but Elise said, but go on. Yep, okay, that's it. So now there's a few here. Cops and threats. I have this under. Finally, a stranger reported my husband to CPS for punching my son. Why would you say finally? Like, it's about time. Like, what? Which is false. We have never abused our son. CPS came to our home and closed the case immediately after interviewing us and our nurse, a mandated reporter, who confirmed no abuse happens here. Thank you. This was in December 2020. She then says, I want all of you to know that we have mandated reporters in our home 50 hours a week. In 5 years, there's never been a single report. There's no abuse happening here. And I appreciate your calls to stop. Which I don't blame her for that. Someone says, some of the things you post may make people feel the way you are. You don't 100% know what anyone is going through. Your videos could also be considered bullying. I could see how they could upset others. I feel as your numbers grow, so will these issues, unfortunately. You have no idea what's happened in my life. Cops called, death threats, fake screenshots, my neighbor's contact. Earlier today, police showed up in my home after someone falsely claimed we were harboring Brian Laundrie in our home. I can confirm that officers told my husband and me that there is an active manhunt for Brian. They showed up at my home in bulletproof vests. Today, around 3 p.m. or so, 2 sheriffs showed up at our home. They were wearing bulletproof vests and clearly uncertain about what to expect when we opened the door. While speaking to them, the officer, okay, notice this here, because she's being honest here, but you don't, if you don't know, you miss it. While speaking to them, the officers said a call came in to Denver FBI that we were harboring a wanted man. The cops were already there, and this has already been confirmed. I obtained their records myself. The cops were already there on a separate issue. It was only while they were there that they got a call from dispatch telling them how the FBI from Denver called in and said, listen, we got this report. Can you check it out? Mm-hmm. She fails to tell people that. They asked if we knew Brian. I explained that I did not, but that I've been reporting on Gabby's disappearance. While we were speaking to them, the FBI called. Mm-hmm. No. All right, hey, I'm streaming. She's going after the cat. Okay, hold on a second. Let me go save my cat. Okay. I forgot. Cat's fine. For anyone worried about me, we are taking legal action next week. Everything related to the doxing, harassing, threats, and hacking will be handled in the courts. I wish all the best to the most recent creator dragged into this. I hope it doesn't hurt her like it did Leslie. She says she hopes it doesn't, but I don't think I believe her. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm going to skip over these, I think. All right, so we're going to go here. Just found out that my husband's record label, their business, a brewery, received 40 messages last night from a woman that sounded drunk and was leaving them death threats about me. When will this stop? You know, I'm going to check chat. I haven't checked chat yet. I've been doing reading and reading for like ever, and I've been ignoring the chat. I'm an asshole. Let me take a minute here and check chat real quick. See if there's any questions or whatever. And now I want to say too, I said this was going to be a long stream. Because we haven't even gotten to the creators part where she's talking about all these other creators and how all these other creators are being blamed and coming for her and all this other shit. And there's a long list of them. I only read Steve's file that I have. I didn't read anyone else's yet. But it all comes together and you'll see it. Yeah. This is. Oh, okay. I see. I didn't know what they were talking about. Okay. All right, I'm not seeing any questions. I think I'm good for now. So I'm going to go back to reading here. Okay. I'm sick to death of the male creators harassing and degrading female creators. Case in point, a male creator I didn't mention by name came into my chat to make me look bad and act like a victim when he knows his hands are dirty as fuck. He had the nerve to act like a victim. One thing I've learned about being canceled is that your friends on YouTube will turn on you. I've seen this happen to dozens of YouTubers. They will be your friend as long as it benefits them. And when they can make more money not supporting you, they suddenly expose you. This happens to every YouTuber, not just me. You are good enough as long as it helps them. And when they could stand up and speak out against the bullying, most won't because they want to lose. They don't want to lose subs. Okay. There are no friends on YouTube. All of these groups are breaking rules by encouraging harassment of me and my followers. If you see these groups, do not join and please report them for harassment. They are making tons of groups right now and doing so to make money. They will use these stories by me to claim I'm harassing them and play the victim. This is what narcissistic abuse is like. This has been my life for 4 years. What are these creators' goals right now? Without a Crystal Ball is one of the largest creators that covers sister wives. They want to convince you that I lie about sister wives so that they can turn their groups and platforms into channels that cover sister wives. So I promise you, that has never been what I wanted. You can have the sister wives. It's all good. It's an underhanded way to gain a following with limited work. They believe that they can end my career by covering the same content. Strange, really. This hate group is so ableist. I've seen horrible comments from them. You don't deserve it. They are beyond ableist and weaponize my son's disability against me and him. It's horrific what they've done to both of us. Both of you. How are you a victim of ableism here? Like, how? What? Okay. Please find friends and stop stalking my husband and me. My husband is in a band and set up his album cover. He makes metal music. Now I suppose you will say Ozzy Osbourne worships the devil. Oh wait, there was a already played out storyline from the 19 that was already played. Okay. Stop stalking us. Stop calling the cops on us. Stop trying to contact my neighbors. Stop creating fake screenshots to say we practice witchcraft and sacrifice animals. I'm so sick of you all. Your obsession is unhealthy, and I think you may need to talk to a professional. And I wanted to someone posted this recently in this subreddit and reminded me that she even posted this. I forgot all about this. I had made a tweet and I said, who can forget that time Katie forgot to sign out of her main account and into a sock account to generate some false hate and harassment at herself? Her first comment was right here. Hey, stalker. I believe she was trying to talk to T-Spirit, maybe T-Spirit, I'm not sure. Hey, stalker, you know what is more rude? Falsely accusing my husband of child abuse, doxing me by giving your audience the number for CPS, encouraging people to turn me in. That's what is rude. You are disgusting, bottom of the barrel human. She quoted that and then tweeted with it, you are one to talk. You are a punk ass that is cruel to your subs. You are a punk ass that is a bitch to creators. You are that bitch and get off on hurting people. How are these people skills for you? Yeah, she forgot to sign out of her sock account into her main or whatever, out of her main account into her sock account, whatever. Yeah, she kind of gave herself away there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna check out now. Hacking trolls. Here's what happened during the Toddy Westbrook lawsuit. Google verification code. This is what she posted as a screenshot. Google received a request to use this email address to help recover Google account without crystalball78@gmail.com. There's a code there too. I can totally see the code. You didn't even redact it properly. Enter the code when asked for it to show that Google can reach you at this email address. If you don't recognize this email address, someone probably gave your email address by mistake. You can safely ignore this email. Yours sincerely, Google. Why are you hacking my Gmail and trying to get into my YouTube account? These people are trying to hack my YouTube at Team YouTube. So someone added without a crystalball78 Gmail as their recovery email password was changed for your linked account, not the without a crystalball78, but the other account. Recovery phone was changed for your linked Google account. Okay. It's simple. Stop falsely accusing me of felonies and using YouTubers to spread the defamation. And I won't have to respond to the circus of harassment and death threats created by the false allegations. In my opinion, it's a smokescreen to distract from the alleged $5 million lawsuit. This email address is trying to hack into YouTube, as we speak. Just so you all know, at Team YouTube. What? It's been nonstop like this since October. Now, notice this was January 2021. So she's saying that it's been nonstop like this since October 2020. Mm-hmm. This one, yep. I mean, if you go this far, even signing a declaration under the penalty of perjury and you lie, it's a crime. It's one thing to be interested in my life. It's another to try to destroy me. This behavior is worse than anything you guys falsely accuse me of. I realize many of my supporters or followers don't want to comment because they are afraid of being attacked by haters. Please don't be afraid to engage by responding to my tweets. Hate doesn't win ever. I love reading your responses, always, except for when I don't like reading them. Emily, I sent you a DM, Emily Artful. I received hundreds of death threats this winter after Creepshow started covering me. There were lots of sock puppets involved. Wondering if I could ask you questions privately, so, legal purposes. You are a coward, Steve. You got caught. Oh, I don't know why this one's in here, but okay. You got caught bullying my son. You got caught defrauding the YouTube community with a fraudulent fundraiser. You used my name to gain sympathy for a mother with 6 kids because Katie stole their Christmas. The channel didn't go down because of me. The email, Leslie says she deleted, and when proven you both lied, you run. The 2 of you bullied my son by dissecting his illnesses and accusing me of lying. Again, I'm going to be of the argument that that is not bullying. At least not your son, anyways. It's not bullying you either, but whatever. My child is ill. He's fought damn hard to survive. He's nearly died, gone through multiple brain surgeries and open heart surgery. You both accused me of faking it, which takes away the fight my boy has gone through to survive. You diminished his disability by insinuating he looked healthy. That is not diminishing anything. I'm sorry. You can still be sick, but not look sick. That's all it's saying. Like, if I'm ever sick, I hope I don't look sick. Yeah. You can say whatever you want about me, LB, and you lost your way attacking my son. Rather than apologizing for terrorizing my son and defaming me, you both run. You 2 are cowards. Okay. Who's it? Oh, okay. Okay. Get called out for trying to influence creators about me. Delete your Twitter. Moving to Discord just means you will do this underhanded behavior there, in my opinion. Thanks for telling me that you bought my Twitter. That's so normal. It's not abnormal. And here, I thought this stuff only happened to us gamers. I follow your content because you expose all these people the way they need to be. She will get hers in the end, hopefully soon. I think it happens to all YouTubers, unfortunately. It literally sounds like she's paranoid or schizophrenic. She definitely has some mental disorders. People like this are scary and unpredictable. Stay safe. Your content is always the best, so you will always have haters no matter what you do. Sending love. Yet they aren't haters. They're stalkers. No matter what threats I receive, I will not stop reporting, and my voice is only one of many. The desperation of people trying to act like cutting me off ends the story proves just how ridiculous the lies and gaslighting is surrounding this cult. Oh, shoot, I didn't know. Okay. These creators are now posting messages claiming that I'm sending them emails. I am not and have not emailed anyone. Do not fall for this game they are playing. The person created fake emails in my name. I do not use Gmail for personal use, and any emails claiming to be from Gmail are not me. All of this is a game to make me look dangerous. Robert Shin continues to be the biggest threat to all dancers and me. Yeah, there are a few recent ones here. Security alert for this account is not me. Okay, your password was changed. They don't care about my real life. Otherwise, they wouldn't have harassed me. Brenda knows why she was blocked by me. She's already trying to get drama going now. Same with Little Red. Trolls. Nothing but trolls. Hey guys, there are multiple fake Twitter accounts that are looking like me. Also, there's a TikTok account that I guess is supposedly me, but I don't use TikTok and have never posted a TikTok. Either way, if you see suspicious stuff tonight, it's not from me. Like clockwork, old debunked drama resurfaces and people are trying to hack in my Instagram. Like, she really is like the most hacked person, I think, ever on social media. 15 attempts to hack my Instagram, multiple phone calls with threats, 10 attempts to hack Twitter. Wow, this is fun. A strange idea of fun. Yep, I did. Oh, it's when her Instagram account was memorialized or whatever. The main account was hacked by professionals who sent Instagram false information that I'm dead. I've not in any way done this to myself. My account was not at risk of being removed. The account went into memorialized state at some point between Saturday evening and Sunday morning. At this time, this is the only account I can access. I've also asked friends, producers, and agents in the industry with contacts at Facebook to help. So far, they have not been successful. I'm alive, and I hope to have the page restored. But for now, please follow this page and share this with anyone that you can. The above screenshot is the email. Okay. Oh, okay, that's just her making other claims of hacking. And the first one to that one. Okay. So in other words, any negative or dissenting opinions will be deleted. Without a Crystal LLC is a business registered in the state of Minnesota. We value constructive criticism and feedback. Abusive and threatening messages are always deleted to stay in line with terms of service of social media platforms. Here's the problem a lot are having. Even polite constructive criticism is deleted, and the user is either permanently muted or blocked. That's why so many people are saying that you delete anyone who mildly, I don't know, criticizes maybe. Back to Creepshow. The stalker also fabricated an email from Shannon, Creepshow. This is not from Shannon. The fact the header shows that the email was created by a spoofing email site. The account has sent me dozens of emails like this from various people. It's never the person they claim it to be. They've also sent emails to creators impersonating me to try to get me sued or to start drama. My stalker has been all over Twitter and YouTube using sock puppets to spam my comments and harass me anytime I try to support a creator. They always say that I'm as bad as Shannon and she got her video right about me. They say this because they know Shannon worked closely with them by interacting with them on Twitter, using Reddit, etc. Shannon deactivated her Twitter account after I called her out for using my stalker to source her video. There were dozens of tweets between her and this small group. All of the accounts were connected. They say this because they know not connected. She regularly retweeted their false narratives about me. Creepshow then blamed my audience and me for putting out her address, something I did have no or ever share with anyone. I don't know. People believed her. She's deleting everything that can tie her to trolls and stalkers because she is one. Do you know their names? Yes. DM them to me, please. No, I don't share that information with anyone. I'm just going to heavily insinuate who they are. And if you know kind of thing. But I won't share that information. Amber has not seen me since the summer of 2015, but has stalked, harassed me since. She believes I'm abusing my son. I'm not. Okay. Let me make this smaller. Here, that's better. Okay. I am part of a Teen Mom group on Facebook called Teen Mama Drama, and they are trashing you and digging up your past. There is an Amber who claims to have been your friend and saying you made fraudulent GoFundMe accounts for your dying son. Nope, never. Amanda has been harassing me for years. My son was diagnosed with a heart condition and brain abnormality. I had to leave my job, and we had a GoFundMe to help us with the expenses of leaving my job. He had open heart surgery in August 2018 and 3 brain surgeries. In July 2016, he got a feeding tube diagnosis. Whatever. Doctors weren't sure what was wrong. Amber has been harassing and stalking me since 2015 and thinks I'm a liar, despite my son having diagnosed conditions, scans, tests, and 12 doctors on his team. She spread malicious content about me to take me down. For what reason, I don't know. And this here, remember how I pointed out in the beginning of the stream here, towards the beginning, how Uni said he'd make it all better, he'd make it all right or whatever. Well, here's the message exchange between Katie and UniRage right after Katie got booted from UniRock's server for sharing something that had a link to Creepshow Art's personal information. You don't do that in the Discord server. So here's UniRage. Katie, I just talked to Uni. He's not mad at you. But no matter how scary it gets, please keep having faith and trust him as a friend. He promises you everything will work out like in December. He just needs time to upload and live stream, and it'll all work out in the end. He's causing me so much pain. You don't get it. I didn't dox her. I shared a link because they had tweets, and you told me his video was about Creepshow. He told me that. That's all I was doing, was trying to help him. All of those photos were public from her Instagram. She doesn't hide her face, and her name is well known. I didn't see the name in the link, and I didn't argue with anyone. I literally understood and apologized. I didn't see her name. I'm losing hundreds more subscribers because of his accusation against me. Why wouldn't he just talk to me? Going online blasting me like this. Well, she might have a point there. But yeah, I wonder, did UniRock make it all better? Was she right to put trust in him, I wonder? It's unfortunate that so many people, many who call themselves Christians, have nothing better to do with their time than make up lies about you, Katie. I wish you didn't feel like you need to defend yourself. Apparently, I missed something because I'm confused what happened between you and Amy Duggar. The trolls happened to Amy. The pinned comment on my channel needs your love. Oh, okay. Someone says, can you rest about the case? Most of your facts have been proven wrong. It's just exploitation at this point. Nope. Most of my facts have been proven right. Stop drinking Michael's Kool-Aid. I'm not stopping because it doesn't suit your belief. What he's doing is criminal. At Google, I absolutely agree. It's become exploiting and getting annoying hearing her so much about it. Seriously, girl. So, oh my God, there you are. I missed you, Gina says. Katie says, keep archiving your group, you fraud. No fraud charges here, just my old assault charges, honey. They didn't even register with me earlier. I like that. Katie says, grifter's gonna grift. No, that's not what assault is. Hater's gonna hate. Can't wait until all of you are in prison. And here we have Becky is a troll. Goober and the others are trolls. Don't bother talking to these trolls. They spread false narratives about me, much like anti-vaxxers. Yeah, they troll various communities and attack for subs. Don't argue with these trolls. My old Facebook did have... Okay, I don't care about long in the middle of a campground parking lot, not caring who could hear me screaming at the top of my lungs at my mother. We did work it out. We both set our own boundaries, and our relationship now is great. It took 3 months. Oh, is this the... Okay. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, here she wrote, 2022, they were directing people to specific creators to watch content that is defamatory about me. These creators would post supportive videos for Shin while defaming me. That's allowed. We are completely allowed to do that. Everyone is. If that's what we were in fact doing. But anyway. Police just came to my house again. Now they are filing false reports to the city in my name and bringing neighbors into the situation. Using the neighbors' names when filing false reports. Who is the police officer? Good news is the deputy was super nice and promised to help stop this. I wonder, that deputy there that you're talking about, is he aware of how you told the entire YouTube public about how he has like all these hidden compartments all throughout his house where he keeps his guns? I wonder, is he also aware how you said that just the sight of him makes you sick? I wonder. I mean, I don't go, and anyone, please don't go telling him. I don't care to tell him, but I'm asking her, really. I wonder. because like none of us would know what neighbor you were talking about if you hadn't already told everyone his profession. You already told everyone all about this neighbor. Crazy. The Shins have created another account to try to smear me along with anyone else that speaks out against them. What I believe is that Robert Shin is a dangerous man. After speaking to dozens of people, I believe all women around him are in danger of being exploited and emotionally damaged. I believe that Robert has ruined and destroyed dozens of people's lives. He truly believes he is God. He is not a God. He is a man that has an insatiable desire to control, manipulate, harm, and abuse others. He has convinced once loving young people that their families are dangerous, that they are on a quest to save the world. All they have to do is follow him, and all their dreams will come true. When they don't obey, they're scolded, punished, and humiliated. There is an urgent need to get this story out because right now there are beautiful women inside this group that one day could become victims of his sick desires. Oh, but if they weren't beautiful, then that's because they're beautiful. So don't stop spreading the word. Real people's lives and well-beings are at risk. Thanks. This was posted shortly after she did this stream where she was saying, you got this lawsuit from the cult. It's not filed in court. An update. I know there's a lot of excitement or buzz about a lawsuit against me. I understand that last week I was pretty sick and said some YouTubers got the lawsuit from 7M. Those reporting on the day of the filing obtained this through the court. There were others that did have the confidential document before it was filed, which is a violation of the court. I take responsibility for that error because at the time I did not know the document had been filed. We have documented the accounts that actively smeared and defamed me for my reporting. Some of these accounts have turned off comments. If you have screenshots of comments made by these accounts, please DM them to me for my legal records. My legal team is working through the documents and all records as we best determine our strategy. I believe this lawsuit is frivolous and a tactic to silence the reporting on the situation and projects I'm working on. Allegations that I'm a stalker or dangerous are slanderous and false and will be addressed in court. Damage to my reputation based upon slander will be addressed in court. She would have a point, but I am unaware of anyone ever saying these things about her and doing any harm to her reputation. That every person who I've seen who's held Katie's reputation in very low regard have come to that point because of Katie Joy. Okay. Please report this account and any affiliated accounts for targeted harassment and bullying. So she was getting bullied all the way back then. All of them contain violent threats of murder, child abuse, and child SA. They've been demanding I give up everything I have about Clark Swanson and have claimed Clark is paying my attorney's fees. I have nothing to give up, and I paid my attorney's fees. Seems like a weird defense to that accusation. I don't know. Here's a threat I received from an account pretending to be Clark Swanson. I don't have a memory stick. The accounts consistently used a faker website based out of the Czech Republic. We were able to trace that via the header. They crafted hundreds of fake emails and threats like, while so many others have spoken out about the threats they have received, I have remained silent, hoping the FBI would do what they needed to do to stop the threats. The threats are utterly horrific, hundreds of them. So no, I am not the hacker. I too am a victim in this. Even worse, they're trying to frame me for hacking and alleging that I've committed crimes I've not committed in these threats, even though the FBI is involved. Little break here. So back in 2021, she was claiming that all of this fuckery, whatever, being done in emails and fake emails and all these threats and these horrible things being shared. All of this was done, she's saying, to make it look like she was doing it. Because if that's the case, then whoever was behind it did the worst job imaginable because it was so comically, obviously, like not coming directly from her. I mean, there's an argument there based on a little bit of semantics of that, but yeah, no, she wasn't sitting there at a computer putting these out. I agree to that. So if what she's claiming these were trying to do was not at all what they were actually able to do, then it would seem to me that her claim would be incorrect. So then what would be the point of all of this? I mean, I don't know. All I'm saying is she took the label of victim in all of this and she ran with it, and she ran that shit out for like 2 years. And she got to hurl every accusation out of everyone that she ever had an issue with and blame everyone. I mean, this was probably some of the best time. No, I won't say that, but she enjoyed it, in my opinion. So I have to ask, if it's a situation that she enjoyed, then was it possibly a situation that she helped create? Allegedly, my opinion, I wonder. Okay. A historical thread of the harassment I faced. People have gone real life with for 2 years. Why people don't know this, I'm not sure. But this group has doxed me so many times. They doxed my full address, phone, and a photo of my home on Reddit. I will report all of you to police for this if it continues. I've already reported the 5 email addresses that are being created to do this to me. IP addresses are traceable, and we can subpoena Google. So I suggest you stop before you get arrested. She tried to hack my email. I had to contact YouTube to remove her and make sure she didn't have access to my studio. She hacked me, not the other way around. I'm done with this bullshit drama. Don't DM me because I'm not responding to your stupid ass games. I'm not self-sabotaging. Natalie tried to hack me and make it look like I did it to her. I don't know who the hell these people are. I get emails that they set up their accounts using my email. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. She's a troll. Yep. People were also trying to hack me last night, too. My God, quit it. I had to get YouTube involved. Trolls are out of control, but it's unethical to continue to use Twitter to harass me and accuse me of crimes. Stop trying to contact me. Twitter hacked for the 4th time. This is what I get when I try to log in. Oh, this was when her thing was memorialized. I get so sick and tired of all the accusations that I'm lying. Maybe it's not me actually lying, and it's the cults and their cult followers that are the ones lying to you. My Instagram is not where I derive income. I do not use it to make money. It's a platform to share my content and report on various topics. Because of the account being relentlessly targeted, I'm in the process of getting my website back online. I've created a skeleton website at the moment, which I plan to expand in the coming weeks. In regards to why I haven't gone live, I haven't tried to go live. I stated weeks ago that I would not be going live on Instagram for the foreseeable future for my mental health. I'm not a live streamer. Anyone that watches my content knows that I upload edited content on my YouTube. How about you all quit with the accusation for 5 minutes and just listen to facts? That's a troll account too. The reason he's making the videos is because you constantly talking shit on exposing other creators. But when any other creator tries to criticize you, they get sued. You're nasty, Katie. That's not why he's exposing me. He's a troll and he knows it. I don't talk shit on other creators. I have a ton of creator friends. I have a lawsuit pending that is real, but keep going. She has a ton of creator friends. Because someone decided to increase the sound of a video where my son with autism was melting down and spread a dangerous lie about me, a real life report was made to CPS. You don't have to like me, but this isn't okay. Y'all would be furious if it happened to anyone other than me. Though I don't agree with I don't think that the call was necessary. She's not being honest. Yeah, volume was increased, but you could then hear her husband clearly say, I've been stuck in that room with him for 10 hours. So he and the son, their child, were in the same room for 10 hours. I don't know. It just seems kind of weird to me. At this point, the trolls that have harassed, disparaged, and defamed me for 18 months are fully exposed. All of you are worse than anything you accuse me of being. Contacting my neighbors, police, CPS, employers, my son's hospital, doxing my whole family. You did that, not me. For 2 years, my stalkers have ruined every collaboration and every relationship I've had with other YouTubers. They've made me terrified, on edge, scared, and caused me to lash out. I've tried going to police, gone to the FBI, filed police reports, contacted attorneys. Nothing works. Oh, this is when someone asked if she knew their name. Okay. So there's the hacking and trolls. And I don't think there's... So now, let's talk about Natalie and some SWAT. Let me check chat though real quick. I never really thought about that, Devs. But yeah, so they said, as someone with autism, can I just say that neurotypicals have successfully bastardized the phrases meltdown and special interest? Oh, yeah, I never would have thought about that. But yeah, meltdown. It's like people hear that and if I were someone being talked about, I would feel like they were downplaying my emotions, what I was going through. And I was disparaging it, really, like gaslighting me, possibly. Yeah. She's the only creator I've seen ask if there are any trolls to help her out from Unira. Yeah. Well, there's that one screenshot I shared, I think it was last week or whatever. It was from Tiny Dancer. And because Tiny Dancer used to be a subscriber of hers, and they were in DMs, and Katie asked her, do you know of any trolls or whatever, a group of trolls or whatever that can mass report? Yeah. See, scrolling through here first. Oh, if anyone has a question or whatever and you want me to see it, just tag me in it. And then when I scroll through like this, the orange block will tell me that you're asking a question to me. Okay. All right. Let's go back. Just found out who reported us to CPS, and I also found out a distant family member is in a Discord claiming to have dirt on us. People from the Discord are now admitting that there are people actively stalking me from the server. This is beyond sick. Natalie Kennett's investigation for stalking online harasser. Update on the stalking situation I've been dealing with for nearly 2 years. The police in West Mercia, I should gotta write that down, have informed me that Natalie continues to be under investigation. This was like in 2022 she made this post. She is to have no contact with me at all. Whether directly or indirectly. Natalie is not to speak about me online or engage others to harass me. A new report was filed by me a few weeks ago for new harassment I experienced related to her. Please do not engage with this woman online. She is known to use hundreds of fake accounts, mask her IP address through VPNs, use fake accounts to make it look like she's been attacked when she's actually attacking herself. And she is known to send horrific videos and images to her targets. Natalie filed dozens of false reports against my husband and me to police and swatted our home multiple times. I look forward to the day when Natalie is finally incarcerated for what she's done to me and so many others. I think if she actually did do all that and she was like solely responsible or just even like mostly responsible, you think that she would have faced some consequences, but she hasn't. Wait, Alice used to be firmly against you and Aaron, so it's funny to see her over here now that she has nowhere to go. Okay. Any of you that believe Natalie Kennett and encouraged her behavior, all of you are as bad as her. She created CP of my child, and you all egged her on as long as she came for me. You were for it. Some of you helped her. It should rot for that. Fuck off. No one helped her. Sassy is lying. She reached out to both my husband and me about Natalie. Over the course of at least several days, she provided us details about numerous people that were attempting to harm our family. She provided info from Discords and screenshots. And I'm sure you did not in any way make her regret that, right? I've been sitting through over 18 months of harassment, threats, false reports, and abuse that Natalie perpetrated on my family. I have been slowly sending evidence to police in the UK. Rereading the threats is like reliving a nightmare. So she explains what swatting is. Okay. 7-3. Is this person sending the threats out? So I believe they may be involved. All of you involved in this have become toxic in your beliefs. You want me to be so evil that you are willing to commit federal crimes to paint me as a villain. Meanwhile, I'm just working and doing my job. Y'all are sick, and I can't wait until you get arrested. We have found the identities of so many of you that have hidden behind fake accounts. We know where to press charges, and we are providing everything we find to the FBI. I'm not a suspect, and I've never been. The people pointing the fingers at me and monetizing it all are the suspects. Any channels that continue to spread malicious, false allegations that I'm friends with Nat, directed her to do things, or continue to spread false screenshots she supplies you are being watched. Don't think for a second that you won't be held responsible for spreading this slander. Thank you, Kay, for being objective. The FBI is investigating despite Katie lying. And Katie was not her, it was a different Katie. The attorney, Tatis Westbrook's attorney, saying, allow me to end your wild speculations. We reported to the FBI in early January. Without a crystal ball, reported to the FBI in Seattle in late January. Agents assigned from Seattle looked into it and transferred to LA in March because I am the main victim in the report. The matter remains in LA. Katie says, that's not entirely true. We were the first to report to the FBI. I know this for certain. Like, why is that a contest, though? Like, seriously, it's so weird. We finally know with 100% certainty who sent all the threats. We got the right people. Okay. The creators have created fake screenshots, unleashed allegations of fraud, child abuse, my husband being gay, and have used my son's photo to push a narrative that I lie about everything. Their goal is to script subs for me, get views off their allegations, and raise cash. Well, okay. Like that's what are your goals here on YouTube? Like, for real. Not that you want to lie or whatever. Well, not that we would want to lie anyways, I should say. But I mean, if you can make money, who's not going to want to make money? I know what I put out wasn't against the law and a criticism to her actions. I was never afraid of being sued. This is in December 2019. Tati probably didn't like the backlash, but you can't make big accusations like sexual predator and use an example where the guy was like, we consensually hooked up. Tati's lawyer basically wanted to intimidate me, to scrub anything negative about her online. She's done this to others too. She never sued me, and the content had not been removed. Tati wanted me to retract opinions I had about the ordeal. When dozens of outlets wrote the same thing, then she wanted me to retract that her vitamins weren't proven to work, even though they aren't a drug and not regulated. Why do these have the same numbers on them? Nat is irrelevant. We can't prosecute her. She was manipulated. She didn't send the threats. No, she didn't send the threats. that. Wait. Okay, I'm going to read this folder, and I'm going to take a little break, and then we'll talk about the creators. There's probably going to have to be 2 streams, but I want to at least get to 2 more parts here. Okay, so these next screenshots were tweets that she made, I think it was the following day after the July stream, or both streams, where she was sharing the survival day story of her son becoming really sick one day years prior, but surviving. And in the live stream chat, people normally do is they relate, they share their stories, so it's how people bond, I think, and just show support for one another. But no, not for Katie, because Katie decided to yell at everyone there for not paying all attention to her and having the nerve to talk about their own stories, including one mother in particular who shared that she had in fact lost her child years prior to illness. This is how she handled it the next day on Twitter. I still think Sandra is her, but whatever. In your chat, you have a community that supports you. By telling your story, you also give others the strength to share theirs. So for you to not get mad at them was uncomfortable to watch. She says, "Hey, maybe I wanted to be heard. My God, you still lack any compassion for what I've gone through and why your comments are so insensitive." So it says, she lost her child. Your son survived. Shame on you, you evil witch demon. I'm not laughing at that. No, wait, that was the first screenshot, wasn't it? This is the mother. Maybe not, but being rude like you were was ridiculous. Hey, Susan, I'm sorry you felt targeted. I wasn't even talking about you. You called me out by name. How is that not being targeted? I didn't target you. I asked you not to have a side conversation, which you all were. So if you felt attacked, I'm sorry. I was calm. You were mad as hell. And all I wanted was people to listen. I was listening to you. You asked if anyone had been in a trauma bay. That's what it goes on to say, I know. Oh, that's small. I don't know if I can read it. It can't get any bigger. Damn it. Okay. Also, if you are coming to my channel to downvote me on a video where I open up about my son almost dying and the fact that I'm really struggling today, I just have one thing to say to you. Fuck you. You are nothing but fucking bullies. Sandra, how selfish do you have to be? It's my channel. I'm telling people about the day my son died. Holy shit, it does say that. I got, wait a minute. Does it really fucking say that? Am I what the fuck? Damn it. Sandra, how selfish you have to be. It's my channel. I'm telling people about the day my son died. Oh my God. Of course, I want them to focus on what I'm saying. Good God, get offline. God forbid I go on a live and want people to pay attention. Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? Then to pile on me when I'm struggling. You saw me crying and thought, I'll just tell Katie she's selfish. Sounds good. I can't believe she just said that her son died. Her son didn't. Her son is alive and kicking just fine. But yeah, it's crazy. Today I've been crying, and all people can do is fucking pile on me and say I fucked up again. How about all of you have some damn compassion and realize I'm struggling, and you telling me that I fucking suck is out of line and not helpful. My husband made this for all the Duggar huggers and our apologists. For those saying this is too far, this is literally an image. I'm not really Satan. I'm not a cat. It is laughing at the hypocrisy of people who abuse their children, cover up for ours, and some who are their children or siblings. The only one's acting satanic. Really? You're making a mockery of. Okay. That just seems like it might be a little wrong. I don't know. The hardest part of the past few weeks is knowing a group of trolls and creators use momentum to viciously spread lies about me. Their goal is to take my channel down, but I'm not going anywhere. Thanks to those subscribers for believing in me. And does everyone remember this? Her GoFundMe campaign for when she wanted to raise money for a frivolous civil lawsuit because she just wanted people to stop talking about her online. Anyways, let's read what it says here. Hello, my name is Katie Joy. I'm a YouTuber, public figure, and victim of a stalker and online defamation campaign. Over the past year, my company has been relentlessly targeted, along with my family, for simply having a job online. The attacks have resulted in cops being called on us. Our neighbors contacted, threats of calls to CPS. I remember too when I read that, I'm like, threats of calls. Like normally people get the actual calls. You're just bitching about getting the threats. Like holy shit. Anyway, my husband's employer contacted, and my public address being widely shared for malicious purposes. I successfully obtained a 2-year restraining order, but I still need to go to court. We have also been told civil actions are needed to end the group attacking my family. I understand that I'm a public figure, but my safety and my family's safety should not be put at risk over a group's relentless harassment and stalking. We have spent $10,000 of our own money on attorney's fees, but it won't stop. My attorneys say it will take months to win. We can win, but it will take time. I want my reputation restored. I want my family to feel safe. And I want the lies and I want the defaming content removed. Yep, she wanted to control what's on the internet. Let's see. Okay. When someone upsets you, the rational reaction would not be to try to destroy their life and livelihood. That would be an irrational response to a slight. You think? Mm-hmm. This isn't about harassment, but okay, the first one says, these symptoms are not the same for all people. There are also 3 kinds of ADHD. Please continue to educate yourself before making these statements. Severe rejection sensitivity is not common in all people, nor is intense mood swings. ADHD is not a mood disorder. And you notice the dates are the same. And then she says that same day. So misrepresenting relationships is super common with ADHD, and so is rejection paranoia. Severe rejection sensitivity compared to rejection paranoia. Now I'm sure that they're different, maybe, but not really. So it's it's almost like literally 1 minute she's saying, this isn't common in all people. And then the next minute she's saying, it's super common. Okay. I truly believe they wanted me murdered. She tweeted this out after she tried to blame Steve McCrae, myself, Tina, Dottie, Natalie there, Little Miss Noble. I mean, I don't know what involvement they've had, but I know what involvement we had, and which was none. But she tweeted this out shortly after she publicly blamed us for all kinds of crazy shit. She then said that. That's fucking crazy. And this I want to show because clearly she's had problems with relationships in her life, and she knows this. So right around, I forget when this was exactly. I think it was maybe September or something. Is fall, I think, of 2020. Her friend's husband had passed away in an accident, and then apparently, she live streamed all about it and just used it for content like crazy and sad fish and everything with it. And I'm guessing that her friends found out because she then posted this to her profile. She says, I'm a human being that is entitled to my thoughts and my feelings. I also know when I'm being pushed out and pushed away. I know when people are watching me and monitoring me, judging me. I get it. You don't like me, but I'm not a bad person. I don't have bad intentions, and I only went off what I was told. I'm going back to regularly scheduled program where I had these people blocked like I did before. I'm almost 42 years old. I'm not going to be made to feel bad for literally being compassionate and doing my best to deal with a tough situation. It's simple. Stop stalking my social media and tell me what to post. I cannot win ever. I'm so done. Done. Then I'll never be the kind of friend that has to mark my territory. I don't have push people out because I don't like them. I'm not a dog and I don't pee on my friends. There's a reason I blocked these people years ago. One day they will realize that what I said wasn't ill intended or even mean. But when you are upset, it's easy to target the woman you've been dogging for a decade. I know you didn't want me there. I know you didn't want me around. I know all of this. I truly hope that everyone realizes one day this wasn't a competition. It was about being there for a friend. Plus, reaching out to me furious, capitalizing text to me, and talking to me like I'm a child is exactly what you all always do. She she totally exploited her friend's loss of her husband, and now she's the victim here. Mhm. If you need to leave a comment about eating pretzels, I'm deleting them. I rarely snack on camera. I was having a snack after working out, putting my son to bed, and cleaning the house. I certainly hope that you all realize I am a human and sometimes eat food. If you don't like it, click off. I'll be doing a formal stream on this topic later. Don't DM me and tell me, I don't know what that means, or what she was going to go on to say. I don't know. What is it that I've ever done that warrants people sending death threats? Have I harmed someone? Have I harmed someone? Have I brutally abused or physically harmed someone? Nope. Tell me why anyone would harass a brewery while leaving death threats about me on voicemail. You can't harass someone for a 14 months straight, defame them, and turn people against them because you are big mad she blocked you. Then cry when you get exposed. It's called karma. The same thing she says I'm getting. This is from July 2021, I think. I'm done with people saying I'm unhinged for sharing my truth. For 2 years, a narcissistic psychopath has literally stalked, harassed, and destroyed my peace. Until you have been stalked and abused by someone like him, don't tell me how to act. Fuck y'all. Blame him instead. Fuck any of you that says I can't fucking say he harassed me. He did. He's a fucking narcissist, prick, abuser, and has done this to multiple creators. I only ever apologized to him because he threatened me. My restraining order was granted because he literally harassed me over these claims and threatened me. He said, if you do not retract it, I'm going to destroy you. Look at what he's done. Now his cult is attacking Charlotte and Waxy. And I don't know what number there was. Shit. Oh, holy shit. Wait, was that right? Yep, okay. It was. So here, okay. They go after anyone that speaks the truth. Don't ever be fucking silenced by abusers. Then they win. I will not bow to him. And if it takes him going to jail, I'll do everything in power to send his ass there. Women support women, period. Everyone else can kiss my fucking ass. Okay, then. I never lied when I said a malignant narcissist and his flying monkeys tried to frame me for horrific crimes by inserting themselves into my lawsuit. Now you have seen the proof. This is a cult, and they are all dangerous, especially the ones threatening to kill me repeatedly. Was that one? Yeah, okay. So this one now. Losing a job after 20 years of dedication is not easy for anyone. Rather than picking apart my words, find some compassion for a family that will have to sort through how to manage a child's complex needs once our private insurance expires. That is our reality now. I have serious PTSD. I get triggered in live chats because I see them trying to spread lies. I can tell now by how they type. I know who is behind all of this, but they will never stop. And I'm truly afraid that at some point they will come find me and hurt me. What do you still? I'm sorry. I'm not saying that people should leave when they feel this way. Of course not. But I just feel like if this is really, truly genuine concern, then you do all you can. It just seems crazy to me. The frustrating part here is that I am always the one to blame when all of the people I reach out have actually hurt me, but take no responsibility for what they've done to me. Can you maybe understand why I wouldn't trust people after what Nat and others have done to me? So many of the people in the community you've enjoyed for so long have harassed, stalked, and abused my family for years. I've done everything for years to stop the propaganda and smear campaign. Not to mention what most of the people accuse me of doing, they are doing themselves. In my opinion, it's not anyone's job on YouTube to tell anyone who to watch and not watch. No shit. It's not our job to try to get other YouTubers arrested. Trolls are not reliable sources ever. These are anonymous ones, really. Part of reporting is hearing from all sides, even if you don't like one side. You don't have to trust me. I don't trust you. But the truth is, all of the crap that has been said about me has been due to a coordinated effort of a group of people with a goal of ruining my career. None of what I've been accused of by these people is remotely true. All right. Dear haters, stop believing these people who claim they know me. You all found a brand new Natalie and you are believing every last word. You will never learn. But I pay the price every time with false reports, police reports filed against me. I guess it gives you content, right? That one, okay. Oh, she was whining about getting her balls broken for hiring maid service or whatever. I realize it's a luxury, but I work super hard and we spend every minute of our free time caring for our son. Respite is so important for us. If we didn't do this, our house would be filthy. He deserves a clean home and we can't keep up with his needs and work. Please have perspective. Wait, wasn't it? We live in a time where we cannot even share that we're happy that we hired cleaners, which we do because of my son's fragile health and our lack of time because of the demand of his conditions and work. Without people telling me I shouldn't post it because it will hurt people's feelings. It has been relentless for basically my existence on YouTube, which has made many say I'm all about drama. However, the sheer number of these accounts and the daily attacks have been hard to deal with, and no one believed me. I finally had people seeing this today. Thank you. For the past 18 months on YouTube and Twitter, I've had bot and troll accounts stalking and harassing me. I have never been able to figure out who they were tied to and why these small channels continually cropping up, coming at me sideways for no reason. But it all started in May 2019. I already read that one, I think. Did I do this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. The allegation that I had potentially 100 defendants that are trolls and interfering in her business is 100% false and absolutely without a merit. I never conspired with anyone nor interfered with any aspect of her business. Oh my God. Where is this? Okay. Yep, all right. I know where I'm left off now. 3, 4, 5, 6. On a positive note, I haven't received a death threat in 3 days. When people have money and power, they can do whatever they want to push false narratives. In a court of public opinion, I lost, even though I never lied. Now people won't even speak out in support of me without fear of being harassed, abused, or threatened. I never hacked anyone. I never hired trolls. I never used people to do my dirty work. I didn't attack a woman that was mentally ill. I didn't pay someone to be my agent. I didn't stalk anyone. I didn't commit perjury, destroy evidence, or ruin anyone's business. These actions greatly harmed my business, as multiple creators were influenced to not associate with me based upon false statements made about me. We know of multiple creators that went after me because of these lies. This is why evidence preservation is critical. Thanks. Okay. Online stalking is terrifying. They have sent the cops to my house 4 times. CPS was contacted multiple times. They've contacted my neighbors. Their stalk accounts terrorize me daily, making me question my reality. The stalkers have influenced many creators to turn against me, spammed their chats, DM'd them, spreading lies about me. I normally just keep going. Today I feel so defeated, sad, alone, and depressed. I don't even know how to repair relationships that they've ruined with the lies. For 2 years, I already read that one, I think. When I share that I'm being stalked, the channels that my stalkers work with make videos that I'm playing the victims. I honestly am not allowed to even feel sad for myself because they bully me and claim I'm making everything about me. I just want them to stop. And then we're almost done here. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm sure you noticed a drop off from me after the Chrisley conviction. I apologize for not being here as normal. The past few years have been exhilarating watching this channel grow. I love all of the support and amazing supportive community we have here. With Josh's sentencing, my stalker being arrested, and Todd Chrisley's harassment campaign against me ending with the conviction, I've been overwhelmed, overloaded, and unable to really process or work. I've needed time to reflect and really need time to dissect how this whole experience has affected me. I didn't bring you here because this channel isn't about me. It's about reporting on what you love. I planned to make content today, but I found myself lost inside the rabbit hole of thoughts I didn't let myself have while I was facing so much painful harassment. I've been emotional, sad, anxious, and then feeling so relieved. It's like reliving the trauma, but knowing it's over, and that's a big feeling. So I will be back to regular content next week. I haven't done a live stream in a long time. I even debated doing one this weekend. I don't know. I'll keep you posted. I have so much more work to do. I have a super exciting project in the works that I know will rock all of your worlds. So hang tight. As always, thanks for being the best, most loyal, supportive viewers. Okay. Yep. There's that. Then this was over Letitia Bias, and she's talking about Molly Golightly, though, I think. I've had my business for over 5 years. During this time, there have been ups and downs. Lately, I've been feeling accused and attacked for doing just about everything. I usually take the comments with a grain of salt, but the last month, it's been out of control. I've become a group of YouTubers' favorite scapegoat for literally everything. I wake up and get messages accusing me of harming people I've never met, causing illnesses in people I've not spoken to in over a month, and being someone that I'm not. All the while, I rarely respond or defend myself. God, you haven't shut up yet. Why? Because none of you came here for that. You are all here for my content. So please do me a favor. I don't care who says what about me. If someone is making a monetized video about me but doesn't speak to me, I know them. Mel Stay at Home says, but I'm getting our comments now for being a voice of caution, responsibility, and care. I hope things go in a positive direction with your show in the future. Have the hard conversations, but understand the responsibility you carry as your platform grows. So Katie couldn't, Katie had to insert herself into that and say, I'm sorry they are attacking you. It's not okay. All I can say is, even if all screening is done, online is full of turds. These same men want to R and beat me too, but I don't give it any attention. Strange thing to say. This here, she had posted in the subreddit, and one thing that we believe that she had posted was an image of her neighbors with their name and phone number or some shit on it. But here, before she deleted her account, was a summary of her comments. These were all in the subreddit for that day. She says, trust me, no one is being sued in this Reddit. Trust me, calm down. You know who did this. I hope you know. Steve McCrae wants this Reddit down. This is sick. Maybe you guys realize what I've been going through. This is insane. You have so much explaining to do. My lawyers will be sent everything because we know who did this. My neighbor's post is still up. I don't blame anyone, and I don't know what it says. I didn't dox them. A new subreddit was created by Steve McCrae, and Uni says this is being done in order to take your Reddit down. This is sick. I know you guys don't like me, but this is what people are. My phone number, home address, and now my neighbors. I don't have photos of my neighbors. You don't have to like me, but this is insane. I never posted this, never. This is doxing. I never posted this. And then Amy is pretty awesome. Okay. And yeah. And let's see. I think maybe, all right, I think maybe we'll do this one more and maybe call it a night. I don't know. If not tonight, I'm not going to do it all tonight, but I might do a little bit more tonight. But anyways, we're going to do this. But I want to check the chat first real quick. Maybe take like a 2-minute break because I have to just stretch. Wait. Oh, okay. Holy shit. I read that for a second. Like, what do you mean RAP? Like, what? Okay. Oh my God. Thank you, Jess, for reminding me. I totally fucking forgot. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Okay. About the pizza. So I did a little investigating myself. I went to our Domino's, but I wanted to see just because the receipt I thought gave enough information to be able to give us some clues, but I didn't understand it really. So I before I left work last night, let me just turn this up while I explain this. So before I left work last night, I went online and I signed up for their rewards program or whatever, and I ordered something just to go pick up. Because I thought I'd go in there and I thought I'd ask them about the receipt and shit, and they were helpful, but I ended up learning more on my own. So here's the thing, that on her receipt there was the rewards code. So those weren't her rewards code, at least not like by name. Okay, if you're signed up for the program and you're signed in when you make your order, then that code will not appear. That code, because they don't need to make it appear. It just goes right onto your account. If you're not signed in to a rewards account when you make your order, that's when the code appears. And I think it's like an advertising way to like try to entice you into like signing up for their shit. And makes sense. Okay. So whoever ordered this pizza was not signed into any rewards program. However, So I was looking at my receipt, okay? And wait, it's got my phone number on it. I can't really do that. Shit, I don't have a pen or anything. Oh, no, I know I have. This will work. If I can find it. There it is. Okay. Okay, so cover up my phone now. Now, like as you probably heard me say, I called and well, no, I didn't call. I ordered it online. Okay, I signed up for the rewards program. I made my order, and you can choose to pay for it there or to use a credit card. I said, no, I want to pay for it. I want to get a receipt that said not paid or something. So I go there to pick it up, and this is what they printed me. If you can see that, see, this is not paid. You know all that. But I want to point something out here. Right here, I'm putting a circle. I want you to just look at it there, okay? Now, there's nothing there because I went and I picked it up. If it was delivery, right in that circle, it would say delivery. If it was carry out, like I went in and I placed the order there, not online, it would say carry out. If I went there and ate it there, it would say dine in. But for some reason, when you place the order online and you pick it up and you pay for it there or whatever, or I don't know if payment has to do with it, but you pick it up there, it doesn't say anything. But if it's delivery, it says delivery. And it will also include delivery instructions if you give delivery instructions. But without the instructions, it just says delivery. No delivery, no pickup, no whatever. It's just, or nothing. So I am of the belief that her receipt, because there's nothing there on her receipt either, her receipt was a pickup, not a delivery, because delivery say delivery. And yeah. Oh, and I yeah, it says delivery. So I thought that was interesting. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's fine. You can have them all. You can have them all. There's like seriously, there's probably like almost 400 images I have here. Was affected. I know. When I was reading that, I thought, wait a minute, that's not right. You see, here's the thing. She's brought her neighbors up into shit before, and she's accused people of contacting the very neighbors that called the cops on her. But Tina had asked a question when this happened, and it was one of those like duh questions, like you didn't think about until you hear her, someone say it, and you're like, holy shit. But she said, how would any of us know which neighbors to contact? How would we know which house, in accordance with hers, is the house that houses the people who threatened her or called the cops on her? I mean, she has more than one neighbor. How would we get that right? How would we know to get that right? But Katie just told the story with the assurance that whoever it was got it right, but it was a very good point though. Who said on Reddit that they verified the quote that quote belongs to KJ? I don't know, but yeah, they only print that out, and I had a conversation with the employee about that, and he explained it to me, and that's straight from a Domino's employee. Yeah. So, and I want to point out too how my receipt, I signed up for the rewards program. I signed up for it right before I placed the order. Oh shit! I signed up for it, and you see here at the top. Wait, I'm on the wrong one. I can't. There we go. You see her at the top. There's no code. There's no rewards code. So, so if you guys want to try it with your local Domino's, don't sign up for the rewards card or code, or don't sign into your rewards account when you place the order, and see what your receipt says. Be a totally non-rewards person when you get the receipt, and see if you get a rewards code at top. So, and also go there to pick it up or get it delivered and see what it says there. So, yeah, I wondered that too about the private info. Like they said this, that, oh yes, no, that code is, but I thought maybe the person asking asked in a clever way in which they weren't, that Domino's didn't feel like they were giving out information, but maybe just confirming something, non-consequential. Or I don't know, but I don't know how the question was asked to really speak on it much. Yeah, no Domino's delivers that far anymore. Like ever since, like I mean, they'll go like even the one by my house. It's within 3 miles. And I'm not even sure if they deliver this far because like after that whole like 30-minute and less thing, they stopped going far distances. Like I want to say like under like 2 miles or 5 miles. I don't remember which, but I didn't even realize it was a far distance. Yeah, who's gonna order a prank pizza for pickup? What do you really get out of that? Exactly. No one did that. So I'm wondering if Katie or Todd put the order in online for pickup and they put in the name renovation so that they could get the receipt and be like, I can't believe you guys did this to us. That's what I'm wondering. But see, more importantly, though, I want to just point out though this shit how like just just by some sheer coincidence or whatever, all of this fuckery is happening again when she just happens to be getting sued and shit's starting to get a little deep for her. Um, I think that she's possibly faked it, but fell short of making it, and now this shit's about to come out. Um, my opinion, whatever. So besides that, besides the whole like unlikelihood of it just being some sort of, I don't know, coincidence, think about this. If anything she was saying were truly happening, and in the manner in which she's saying it's happening, no one who has it out for her would be doing this because it's not hurting her. It's not harming her. It's emboldening her. It's it's making her happy, I think. She gets to play victim. She gets to point the finger at everyone and try to make them burn for being especially wrong and evil. And so now she doesn't feel so bad about being so all these fucked up things that she's done or whatever. And she can point the finger at other people and she can just, bonus or whatever. She can watch the people she hates maybe burn a little. That's what comes out of this. That's what came out of the shit last time. I don't think all of us really expected that, but now that we've seen it play out and now we're seeing it play out the same way again, this is going to benefit her in the same way it's benefited her before. Her channel blew up as a result of, I think, all of that. The lawsuit and the drama and the news or whatever. And between that and this 7M bullshit or whatever, the only person who is going to benefit from this shit is Katie. Ain't no one else benefiting. No one else is getting any pleasure from it. There's no pleasure to be had. There's no, even if people's like, I don't know, if people saw like some sort of justice or whatever they felt was happening, it kind of gets canceled out if she's this targeted victim, doesn't it? I mean, I think for most people it wouldn't feel right. So I'm of the argument that this does not make anyone happy but Katie. So then who would be doing it if not Katie? My opinion. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people. I have to say though, not everyone though has been given the title of cult leader or in charge of the troll army. You and Tina, I think, have been the only troll army like people so far. What was it? No, it was Unirock who called Tina. I forget what it was. Something Queen Trolls. I forget what it was, but it was a good name. It's a really good name. Um, but yeah, but so far you're the only cult leader. It's been called a cult leader. So, fucker. And I'm going to say, I do find that sexist of her. Why can't any of us females be the cult leader, you know? And I get it. Yeah, they tried to spin the whole like sex cult thing or whatever. Well, what, like a woman can't be in charge of a sex cult? I mean, come on. Why do men get to have all these like accolades? Why can't I be credited with some sort of power, mind control? You know, I'm smart enough, I think. If you're going to make yourself a pizza victim, don't order food that you've already said you like. I was wondering that. I was looking at the little her receipt. And I'm like, who's ordering this shit? Like, okay, I don't know. The pineapple was the only good thing, I think, but I don't know. Just and also, if you're gonna make yourself a pizza victim, like I was reminded of something last night when I picked up my Domino's and came home and ate it, and I don't really like Domino's. So if you're gonna make yourself a pizza victim, I think even Minnesota has a place or two that might be better than Domino's. Yeah, Lulu, all hail Aaron. Damn right. Hi, Maxine. I didn't just ban the army. You left the cult in my hands? You leave the cult in my hands, you're going to come back into like a fucking disco dancing team or something. No cult. Just disco. Yeah, oh my God, Little Caesars is way better. It really, oh my God. Like it just like the $5 fucking plain pizza. Oh my, I think that it's really good pizza. I never had Papa John's. I don't know. We don't have one around here. Hmm. Yeah, I get thin crust. Okay. I like thin crust. Okay, so I'm going to read this last part here. So her family. Now, she shared things about her family, and this is just another example of why just nobody fucking believes a word she says because she can't. I don't know. She just changes shit, and she doesn't give any explanation either. She just like deal with it. Like fucking, I never said that before. Don't tell me I said what I said before. Anyways, so we're gonna start with some older posts regarding her family. Thanks for coming along on my journey this weekend. I'm sure for some of you it was boring, but for me it was cathartic. My family has always been so complex. I grew up not knowing my dad's side because his parents died when I was an infant. I grew up with the best parents on earth. Honestly, if you want to know why I'm driven to succeed, thank my dad. My dad never stopped encouraging me to reach any goals I could achieve. He was a National Merit Scholar, salutatorian of his high school, a man with a master's in public health, and someone that never let anyone bully his family. What is that? What? You're listing all of these academic accomplishments, and you end that with someone who never let anyone bully his family. What the fuck is that? Okay. My mom was an educator, a hands-on mom that was so fiercely protective of me. My mom was the most hands-on mom that always had us doing activities, crafts, and made sure our lives were filled to the brim. I was bullied a lot. I had opinions, drive, ambition, goals, and I was a child with extreme anxiety and untreated ADHD. People didn't always get me, but my parents never let that stop me. They believed in me. Absolutely no one in my life has been a bigger cheerleader and constant support than my parents. Getting to know their history helped me understand why they are so freaking awesome. My dad got his amazing heart and compassion from his mother and grandmother. My mom got her wonderful empathy and heart to serve from her parents. Her dad pushed her to get a college education. My dad worked hard. He served on the school board until I graduated so that he could hand me my diploma. My parents are active in the community, constantly volunteer, and have instilled a core value in me to always give back and to never take anything for granted. I know that they are a product of their parents and grandparents. A drive to serve, help, advocate, and speak out for injustice is in my blood. My family history is filled with pastors, volunteers, and people that use their time here to make a difference. I will never care about the amount of money in my bank account, the car I drive, or the home I own. What matters to me is helping others. I thank my parents and ancestors for that drive. My grandpa worked at the Skippy peanut butter factory. Because of this, only Skippy is allowed in our house. He was active in the Knights of Columbus. He was a World War II vet and was a medic in Egypt, where he transported casualties and injured soldiers. My grandma was a homemaker, a town busybody. She was the kind of neighbor that left plates of food for her next door neighbor because she was afraid without a wife he'd never get fed. He told me that story. She was curt and direct with her tongue, but loved her family. They were strict Roman Catholics, staunch Democrats. They loved to drink brandy Manhattans. She made homemade cookies every year for Christmas and loved to pray the rosary. She taught me how to make amazing mashed potatoes. I purchased the home they built. Before my grandpa died, he said, "Take care of my house." He said he was proud of me. I held my grandma's hand until she passed away. These two cuties are my mom's parents. Grandma Mary was born in South Dakota. Grandpa John was born in North Dakota. My Grandpa John's parents, Ludwig and Marcelina, were born Odessa, Russia. They were German descent, spoke German. My Grandma Mary was third-generation immigrant. Her grandfather and grandma on her dad's side immigrated from Russia. They are what is considered Volga Germans, Germans who settled outside of Germany in Russia-occupied areas. Her mom's parents immigrated from Austria, Hungary, but were also German. Her parents were 100% German, same with my grandfather. My grandparents both spoke German and lived in German farming communities in North and South Dakota. They spoke English with us and their kids, but they both had German accents despite being born here. So my mom is 100% of German descent, just with ancestors from different parts of Germany. My dad's background is all over the place. Somehow, I look like the tiny fraction of Danish heritage in me who immigrated from Denmark. My great-grandpa and his family. Long story short, because my mom is 100% German and my dad is 50% German, I'm 75% German. The rest is Danish and English. How I end up looking like the minority of my lineage is beyond me. Anyway. I purchased the home they built before my grandma died. Before my grandpa died, he said, "Take care of my house." He said he was proud of me. I wanted to I don't know, emphasize that. What's this one? Okay, no, we don't want to do that one yet. All right, so we're going to do this one. Okay, this is part of her Recovering Catholic series that she posted, but here's where the change comes in. I was left alone with my grandparents for 3 weeks when I was 5 years old while they, parents, went to Europe. Despite having a clear memory of being at home on the last day, I have no memory of staying at their home. According to my mom, I told my grandparents that I hated them during this stay. My grandma hit me with a wooden spoon. I've spent years in therapy trying to unearth SA that I know I experienced as a child, but I have a massive block. My therapists, plural there, by the way, believe it happened to me because I have memory something happened. When I found out my grandpa was that, I immediately went back to the time that I stayed with him for 3 weeks. I still could not remember. More later. Then, my dad was also a very absent father. He traveled a lot for work and was not around a lot during my school years. When he was home, I did my best to avoid him. My dad stayed out of religion, but he didn't stop the religious abuse in my mom. My parents were equally abusive in different ways. Sometimes the hardest part of growing up is knowing you are being abused by your sibling, but your parents failed to protect you. Your sibling is the perfect golden child. You are labeled the fat, ugly, and impossibly disobedient sibling. Your sibling can physically assault you, belittle you, criticize you, and bully you, but you are still the bad child to your parents. Your parents enable your abusive sibling. You grow up and achieve better grades and graduate with a higher GPA, but you are still the underachieving loser sibling. You start to believe you're ugly or you're the ugly, fat, disobedient, bad child. Your self esteem falls apart. You start to date abusive men, and the cycle repeats itself. You are never allowed to grow up. When you finally grow up, you realize that the abuse you experience is not only a betrayal by your sibling, but a betrayal by your parents. You go to therapy and confront your trauma. You realize you don't have to be the bad one anymore. You stop fighting to be better, thinner, smarter, and more successful. You realize no matter what you accomplish, that they will never accept you. They will also never apologize to you for abusing you. You still have fears of being suffocated, drowned, and hit because your sibling got off on torturing you. You realize that it's not you that is the bad one. And you realize it's your sibling that is the one that is wrong. Then you put up boundaries and go no contact. I see you because that is me. Wow. That's in two ends of the spectrum right there, right? Like how do you even do that? That's a lot. That's a lot. Can I do these? Oh yeah, I did this. Okay. All right, so just to give you an idea here, now in not all of these folders are like filled with screenshots. Like some of them only have a couple of them in there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19 folders of creators. And we read like 2 of them, I think. One of them, anyways, I know. Yeah, only one, I think, just a Steve one. So how about I save that for the next stream? What am I working tomorrow? Friday, 2 to 10. Okay, I get out early tomorrow. It's Friday night. Yeah, we can do a later stream on Friday night. Either that or Saturday night. I don't know. I get it out early Saturday. We'll see. If I do it tomorrow, though, I'll try and set it up early to give everyone a notice. Let me go over here to chat. This stream is I mean I don't mind keeping going, but I want to break it up a little bit. The stream has gone on, I think, really long as this. But the next part though with the creators is when she really starts putting the finger at people and she starts spelling out what it is she's accusing everyone of. And this is where a lot of the similarities came in for me when I was reading these. And really it's directly correlating. The accusation she makes against someone is directly in correlation with how mad she is at that creator at that time. I mean, that seems to be, and I know correlation isn't equal to causation, but I think in this case, well, I think that's the cause, regardless. She gets really, really pissed off at someone, and then suddenly that person is working with all the trolls and is stalking and harassing and breaking into their Twitter and is wanting to see her gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why is that? That just seems awfully coincidental, you know? I mean, I don't think that it's just, yeah, there's a reason for it. And it's because she wants it to be that way, in my opinion. Let me go here to chat. Oh my God. Yeah, Ravenheart. This is exactly what it sounds like. Sounds like she attended a Teal Swan group. Yep. Oh my God, it's crazy. I don't remember her saying that her parents were strict. I mean, she very well could have, I don't know. But see, I think that she lacked impulse control, I think, a lot growing up, and I think that that caused problems, and I think that's why she might have actually really went around feeling like there's something wrong with her or something. And then who knows, maybe it was untreated ADHD. What the fuck do I know? But yeah, I do think that there's some truth to what she's saying. I just don't think that her brother was to blame for that. I don't think that her parents were to blame for that. It's just, you know, no, there wasn't. I never heard that about an uncle. I heard that about her grandfather. She she says, or Steve says, didn't she say her parents forced her to spend time with him? Oh no, spend time with an uncle, and she never forgave them. That wasn't spend time with him. That was she said that she went to some. She was an adult. She was married or something at the time. She went to a wedding or something. She was wearing something that just showed off her chest or whatever. And I guess her uncle allegedly made some inappropriate comments, and that happens. I don't whatever. I'm not excusing it. I'm saying I don't doubt that that happened. Um, that's what I remember her saying about an uncle. What I remember her saying about about staying with someone was with her grandparents when her parents went to Europe for 3 weeks, and she's the way she told the story though is like she still had a lot of resentment with her parents for not taking her on that trip to Europe. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, she said her mom was very Catholic. That's what I see. I don't really recall her talking too much about her parents really in religion, but the little bit I've heard is her mom was. Well, I don't even know if her mom was really religious. Her grandmother was. She said. I think her mom just more or less went through the motions just to appease the mother, maybe. Where the father just like was like, no, fuck that, I'm out. You're not taking my Sundays from me, damn it. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Mom and Dad went to a show. They dropped me off at Grandpa Joe's. I kicked the screams. So please don't go, Grandma. Take me. Huh? Oh, there was a Nirvana song? Okay. I never got into Nirvana. I don't even know is such a stellar family what happened to her. I don't think anything that bad happened to her. Sh I think that she grew up feeling for whatever reason that she was different from other people, and I think that that's really just I don't know, laid a lot of shit on her. And I don't that's my opinion. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about though. I'm the last person to ask about any of this shit, especially when it comes to like childhood stuff. Like I don't know. Okay. All right. I think that's it for tags on me. Yes, KJ will go to any lengths to make herself a victim. She lies on people all the time. She plays on words. I am ashamed of my avatar. It is the worst looking avatar of anyone. I didn't even see it. It's so small I can't see it. Oh, I didn't want to pin it. No, I said go to channel. I want to go look at it up close. Okay. That's what I thought it was. Okay. But so, anyways, as you've seen somewhat here, it seems like her entire time on YouTube since she started has been very problematic for her, like traumatic even. Um, she hasn't gotten along with very many people, and it seems like everyone is out to hurt her. And like according to her, like people want to see her even like off, you know. Um, and people just are like sitting around, I don't know, I guess like messaging her or whatever, talking about how she deserves to not be here anymore, like being like of this earth. And she doesn't deserve to have her kid. And these are like things that she really fears happening now. And everyone's just trying to stalk her and harass her and dox her and, you know, hack into all of her shit and blame her for crimes. And just every time you turn around, like she's being horrifically targeted by someone or someone's. I mean, it's horrible, you know. It's like either she's like the world's like biggest masochist, or she's full of shit. And she doesn't really strike me as a masochist, I'll be honest. She's definitely more of a sadist, I think. But if any. But at the very least, I have to doubt that she knows, or I have to doubt any time she makes a claim to know where this hate is coming from, because it's, according to her, it's been coming from all over the place. Depending on who she's big mad at the time, that's where it's coming from. So that tells me that she really doesn't know where it's coming from. So to hear her state that she does know where it's coming from, I find to be likely bullshit. And I kind of wonder why it is that she would keep using this to blame someone for something, especially when she's big mad at them. It's almost like even if this were happening to her, that she's then exploiting this so she can hate at someone that she wants to hate at. And that's kind of fucked up. And that's at the least. I think that's like the least of the issue here. I think it's definitely more than that, in my opinion. And as we get into the creators, I think we're going to do it tomorrow night. As we get into that, though, you'll see. Yeah, you'll see. So I'm going to wrap this up. I'm hungry. I don't know why. I'm just stomach starting to growl. The moment Miranda went public, Katie went all out. Oh, you mean like when Miranda started saying how like these things were happening to her, the harassment or the death threats and shit like that? Yeah, Katie does seem to have really turned shit up a notch there. And now that I watched part of her stream, but she was talking about that Tight Ice guy. I guess he's now like the new Robert or something, which is weird. But really, I think what gives, as far as that whole thing, what gives her away the most, I think, is the way she turned on that Allison, because Allison brought Miranda, allegedly it was Allison who brought Miranda, not Miranda who brought Allison, and Katie seems to know this. And Allison was like the +1 or whatever. Or, I mean, Miranda was like the +1 or whatever. But she turned on Allison because Allison brought Miranda to some premiere of some Netflix show, not this one, some other one. And they uploaded something to their Instagram depicting this. Katie then decided that Allison is the biggest piece of shit ever, and she's lying about everything. You know, she's been lying this entire time. She doesn't give a shit about her friend Miranda either, because she's enabling this shit. I want to know something. So to hear Katie talk about this group of individuals, she says if they start spending time with their family, or if they upload something into social media, it's because Robert wants them to do that to give the impression like everything's okay. Okay, so what if they didn't do that? Are they trying to give the impression that everything's okay? Like, how do you know when what they're doing, or then when the action that they're depicting is genuine or not. And who the fuck are you to decide that? Because at her rate, everything they do will be wrong. Everything they do will be in servitude to Robert and keeping his cult alive. Nothing will be by their own mind or for their own benefit. So far, nothing has been, to hear Katie tell it. So that doesn't seem likely. It doesn't. So I wonder, I don't know. I wonder how anyone's supposed to know if Miranda is ever actually trying to get out of this alleged cult, if everything she does is in servitude to Robert, no matter what that is, no matter what it looks like. Katie says it's because she's brainwashed. So how do we know if and when she's not? It's a rhetorical question, but yeah, I'll listen to an answer, but I don't really expect one. She made it sound like she got left behind on the trip, but they took her brother. I always wonder that. Did they take her brother to Europe? Why didn't they take her? I mean, because they're not that much apart in age, are they? I mean, he had to been under 10 if she was like around 5 or 6, right? That's funny. It's not funny. It's kind of funny. And it's another thing too. I wonder. The dude's like 67 years old. Katie has all kinds of fuckery attributed to him in his doing. He's 67. She seems to think that he's controlling and deciding all these social media things, and is actively watching Katie every day, because the other day she said birds of a feather. So what did he do? He made Miranda put something up with something about birds of a feather and her dog or whatever. I don't know. I forget what it was. But that was a message to Katie, because Katie said that the day before. Robert, in his, senior years there or whatever, he's got nothing better to do with his time and his, numerous businesses or whatever in his church than to watch Katie and give very subtle, vague, possibly nonsensical or whatever, like messages to her through birds of a feather. Like, retirement sucks if that's what that is. Okay, I will. All right, I will see you. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. Tomorrow night, I will definitely plan it for tomorrow night, but it probably won't be till like closer to 11 at night, my time. So that's all right, guys. Bye. Oh, I will be. Shortly I will be adding the links to the stream or to the videos or whatever for some of the information we covered. Like we didn't cover all of it, but I'll put it in both descriptions tonight and tomorrow's description, so you guys can all check it out, because like they're videos that explain like the pulling the financials, the whole Katie talking about her neighbor thing there, shit like that, and a couple other things too. I will post it shortly in the description tonight, and I will be sure to put it in tomorrow. So, all right. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here.